100-333-4 Kia for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Whether they're Doughboys, Comets, or even Gremlins, every public school in Michigan is proud to be known for something. And at the Michigan Lottery, we're proud to be known for something too: education. I'm Lottery Commissioner Susanna Shkreli, and 100% of our profits go to support the State School Aid Fund. Last year, the lottery contributed over $1 billion. So whatever hometown school you're from, we're rooting for all of them. Michigan Lottery, for fun, for schools.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Dustin Fiocco back in our Southfield studio, awaiting tip-off in Boston where the Celtics play host to the Pistons in an NBA Cup matchup. And we saw a few of those last night. Let's now take our trip around the association. Yesterday was both a light and heavy day in the NBA. Light in the form of only 3 games that were on the docket. Heavy as in, oh boy, did these teams come out to play. It was an NBA Cup tournament day for the ages. Let's chat about it, starting first with our own Group B. It all comes down to Friday to determine the winner of the group when it's the Magic taking on the Pistons, and the Magic sure look ready. It didn't help Philadelphia that Embiid was scratched out earlier in the day. Keep in mind, point differential matters heavily in this tournament, and Orlando made no bones about it. They were hungry for points. The Magic best Philadelphia 144-103. So much to unpack in this one, too. That's a new season-high point total for Orlando, and their 51-point second quarter was also a franchise record. Speaking of records, it was a new career high for Anthony Black as he put down 31 points. Now, those are just the records broken. The real drama came near the end of the half when a frustrated Andre Drummond got in the face of Wendell Carter Jr., and he wanted to square up. Jalen Suggs came to Carter's defense and was assessed a double technical after pushing Drummond. That almost started a full-on brawl, but cooler heads did prevail. Now keep this little scuffle in mind because it wasn't the only one we would see in the NBA last night. But this game here just had no shortage of storylines, so many technical fouls, and even injuries suffered. It was a war where all soldiers were used. Kyle Lowry was the only suited-up player for either side not to play. Aside from Black's career showing, 9 Magic players were in double figures, scoring not coming really from anyone in Philly's side. It was a 20-point showing out of Tyrese Maxey, but based on what we've seen out of him this year, we can call that performance a dud for him. That speaks volumes to him as a player. Now we await the matchup between Orlando and Detroit on Friday to determine who wins Group B. And from one blowout to the next, it was a blowout in Washington. And no, not from the team that entered the day losing their last 14. Wizards, they snapped their skid by beating Atlanta 132-113. Where to start with this one? I know. How about CJ McCollum? Oh my. The whole first half, Washington was not missing from the court. Kispert, Alex Sarr, and I'll say his name again, CJ McCollum. 10 made triples, 46 points on the night. Ice in his veins in that first quarter, in which he could not miss. Wizards had 45 points and led by 22 after the first quarter, up by 30 and had 111 after 3. Washington was on their A-game, ready to end their bad stretch. Aside from McCollum, Alex Sarr with 27 and a double-double to boot. Chris Middleton, also a double-double. And while we're talking about Detroit's challenge in Boston, Porzingis, the former Celtic for Boston, he led the Hawks with 22. And finally, in the bright lights of LA, we saw it all. Kind of a mix of both these two games we just talked about on the court in terms of animosity and first-quarter clutchness, especially from deep. It was Lakers beating the Clippers 135-118. It was extremely tight-knit up until the fourth quarter, where the Lakers broke free. Talk about McCollum's first quarter. Luka just as prolific, 24 points in the frame, and sinking his first 5 deep balls. Not bad for him, saying the court conditions were too slippery and unsafe after the game. Luka with that great showing against the Clippers, who saw James Harden have his own 27 points scored in the first quarter against Charlotte on Saturday. Followed that up with an 0 for 8 night from behind the arc on the following day against Cleveland, but he was fine on this occasion, though, finishing with 29. Kawhi finishing with 19, and some really high unexpected point totals from Chris Dunn and John Collins, 19 for Dunn, 18 for Collins. But on the other LA side for the Lakers, Luka led with 43 and a triple-double. Austin Reeves hitting 31 and a board shy of a double-double. And in his third game back, the Lakers saw LeBron's best showing so far on the year. He sinks 25 points. We always talk about Detroit's core three of Cade, Duren, and Ivy, but that core three of Luka, LeBron, and Reeves is also something special. And going back to the in-game animosity, late in the fourth quarter, Chris Dunn and Jackson Hayes had an altercation after Dunn shoved the ball into Luka's chest. Much like Jalen Suggs, Chris Dunn gets the boot in the final minutes. If we learned anything from the Cup games last night, it's that these players want to play, and they are feeling the intensity that this tournament brings. And we'll see what intensity is on the court out in Boston when the Celtics take on the Pistons. That tip-off still to come, but right now, we're going to hear from our own Mark Champion, who spoke earlier today with Pistons head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
Mark Champion, J.B. Bickerstaff in Boston. This is a Cup game, so a little more importance. It's getting down to the end of the preliminaries here, so this one's really important, right?
Yeah, and I was excited about it. We put ourselves in a great position winning the first two. Now we got an opportunity to go get the third one and then set the tone for, what's going to come on Friday. So we're looking forward to it. Again, we love it. The league introducing it has been a good thing for the league and great competition for our guys.
We had Karras on last night or night before last, and he made a point about with this start, teams are playing their A games against you now. Did you kind of see that against Indiana?
Yeah, and give Indiana credit. They're a good team with a ton of experience and a lot of pride, and especially at home in front of their fans. And their fans, were great. They were loud. They were raucous. They were into the game. So you knew they were capable of it. Again, I thought we could have played better down the stretch to not put ourselves in that position. But, you give them credit because they are going to compete at a high level. And we're not surprising anybody. We're not sneaking up on anyone.
But it also shows that you can have maybe an off night and still win the game.
Right, exactly. I think we did enough through, 3-ish quarters and a little bit in the fourth to put ourselves in position, when we grew that lead to close 18, 20 points. But then again, it's about finishing, and that's for us what's most important is we got to hold ourselves to a standard. We got to play Pistons basketball, and we got to put it together for 48 minutes.
Well, it's clear defense gets you going when you have a lull like that. Does that come from a timeout, or the players just kind of pick it up?
It's a combination. Obviously our job is to support and give guys what they need in the moment. But our guys have done a great job, all year of recognizing when it's time. Even in the games that we've lost, to Chicago to start the year, you think about how big we were down and we were able to work our way back in it. Our guys just have that type of resiliency and understand in the moment that, who we are to our core is a defensive first team. And when we make our mind up and we do that, we're hard to deal with.
First meeting with Boston, you had 19 offensive rebounds, 32 points. So Cade is out tonight, so is that going to be another factor in this game?
Yeah, we want to be aggressive in the paint. That's what we always do. We do have, what we feel is size and athletic advantage, and we need to do everything in our power to take advantage of that because we know, we get some cheap ones. You get kick-out threes, you get easy putbacks, or you get to the free throw line when you get offensive rebounds. So we definitely want to be aggressive there.
Final thing, biggest concern about Boston?
The speed and the threes. We know they're going to generate a ton of threes. We got to do a great job of making them off the dribble and contested threes. And then you got to guard guys one-on-one. Pritchard is shifty. Brown is shifty. Simons is shifty. Those guys can go out and get it done in one-on-one situations. So we need to be great on a team defensive standpoint, keep those guys in front of us and make them take tough contested shots over the top.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
J.B. Bickerstaff on our Coach's Corner, Pistons and Boston coming up.
Detroit basketball is back in action. Get hyped for All-Star Cade Cunningham and Dog Pound defense. Be a part of the best game day experience in the 3-1-3, featuring thrilling theme nights, epic giveaways, and much more. Go to pistons.com/tickets to lock in your seat. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. What if I told you there's a legal team whose winning record goes back over 50 years? What if this team had a roster of some of the best and brightest in their field? And what if I said that every time this team wins, you win too? I'm talking about Michigan's first family of law, Sam Bernstein Law. If you've been injured in an accident, calling Sam will be the best call you ever make. Get a winning team to fight for you. Get the Bernstein advantage. Call Sam.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Life is beautiful.
and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Hello, Detroit! CSarah.com. CSarah.com. Where you gonna go if you really wanna save on a new or used Chevrolet? What you say? What you say? CSarah.com. CSarah.com. Who's the #1 Chevrolet volume dealer in all of Michigan? Where the customer's #1? CSarah.com. CSarah.com. SERRA. CSarah.com.
Together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm Tony Ortiz, and my house is staying warm this cold season thanks to the only HVAC team that I trust, Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. They've been nothing but professional and honest with me this year when helping me with my HVAC and plumbing needs. Peace of mind is so important when you're dealing with these projects, and that's exactly what Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling gave me. So do what I did and call Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling today, or schedule an appointment online at birminghamplumbingco.com.
The red, white, and blue trucks are on the way. Birmingham Plumbing will save the day.
Detroit Pistons Flex Plans. Your team, your games, your way. Cheer on Cade Cunningham and the Dog Pound in thrilling matchups. Unlock the best seats in the house and enjoy ultimate flexibility, all at an unbeatable value. Don't miss a moment of the action at Little Caesars Arena. Visit pistons.com/flex and secure yours today.
Southfield Studio as we await the Pistons and Celtics matchup in Boston. And let's get you out that way right now where we have Mark Champion and Rick Mahorn standing by. And gentlemen, right out of the gates, let me wish you both a very happy early Thanksgiving.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Ho, ho, ho.
We'll call
wait a
it
minute.
a pit stop on the way to Christmas. We'll call Thanksgiving.
There we go.
Got to ask, though, how's the court looking out there in Boston tonight?
Ugly.
Ugly green. Just ugly green.
All right, well, we'll see how the Pistons play on that ugly green court. Maybe that's going to be the key to number 14. And speaking of these courts with the NBA Cup matchup and the matchup in general, we saw it last night in our own Group B with Philadelphia and Orlando, and even with both LA teams last night. Would you agree that there's some extra intensity in these tournament games?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think the players are certainly aware of it. But I think it's more like this game. I think it's just more Pistons against the Celtics. I mean, there is a long history of these two teams, especially in the playoffs. So I think the Pistons just want to keep winning no matter what's at stake.
No, they don't matter. But I tell you, it just reminds me of a college atmosphere when you do these one games and then you're in a tournament. But you don't concentrate on that. You're concentrating on winning the game.
Now, you're talking about the history of these two franchises, and we'll look at very, very recent history. 2 years ago, these two teams very flip-flopped. How does it feel now? You look at the Boston Celtics, more middle of the pack, and it's the Pistons who this year are the powerhouse of the Eastern Conference.
Well, I can't stand Boston. I don't care if they're the number one team or the number 18, 30 team.
0-82.
Yeah, I can't stand them, so I don't care.
Now, they obviously, when you're missing your best player, Jason Tatum, it changes things. We've seen that with Indiana. It's hard to imagine that the loss of one player can do that, but the Celtics kind of hanging in there. I mean, they've won 4 of their last 5 games, so they're 9-8 on the year. So they're, it's very early to start looking at the standing and going, well, this, and this. So we'll wait and see about halfway through the year and just see where everybody is. But Boston's still a very good team.
Now, you brought up that Indiana game. Aside from the usual suspects, Cade and Duren, there's always another player that seems to step it up on the court for the Pistons. Monday, it was LeVert with 19, a new high for him as a Piston. Tell me about the value he brings to this already well-rounded team.
Well, you get a veteran guy that's played for J.B. Bickerstaff before, so you get a veteran guy that understands what J.B. wants, but he gets in the game and know what the team wants. So I love his attitude. He plays that point guard, and then he'll play the off guard, small forward, very multi-talented.
Yeah, and I think another factor of this Piston team is they are so deep. It's found to be such a deep basketball team that I don't think they panic when, things are not going particularly well, and that was the case against Indiana. They were just, Rick mentioned this during the game, they're just a little off in that game, and yet they still win it.
Now we're talking about the Piston players. Celtics, obviously, we brought it up. They're without Tatum. Jaylen Brown, an obvious answer, but who else on this team can really help push the Celtics forward tonight?
Your guess is good as mine, but you know what? You don't underestimate a team that is struggling with guys that are not out there on the court in the change of lineups. You just got to come out and play. So I just look at them trying to concentrate on Jaylen Brown and making sure that he doesn't get off like he did the last game.
Well, one thing about Boston, they shoot a ton of threes. They're third in the NBA, averaging almost 44 three-point attempts a game, and they've made 33 more than their opponents. So, that's the concern wherever the threes come from. But Peyton Pritchard's, of course, in the starting lineup, and this season, last year and the years prior, he was coming off the bench, but he's a starter now, but a good three-point shooter. And the other guy who was interesting to me is Derek White, who is a very good rebounder and probably the best shot-blocking guard in the NBA, just has a knack for it.
All right, I appreciate your time as always, gentlemen. We'll get back your way shortly.
All right.
And that was Mark Champion, Rick Mahorn. They're getting ready to call all the action. The Celtics playing host to the Pistons. Tip-off is still to come, and we'll be sending you that way next right here on the Pistons Radio Network.
The Detroit Pistons Tonight pregame show on the Detroit Pistons Radio Network. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network. News Radio 950 WWJ and WXYT HD2 Detroit. An Odyssey station. This is Detroit Pistons basketball.
Cunningham out of the break for Detroit. Head left side, Green to the rim, and finger rolls it in.
We don't have guys who make excuses.
Whitman with a put-back dunk.
It's the makeup of the men in the locker room.
Baseline, Thompson for another dunk.
We have guys that show up every single day and lay it on the line for one another.
Cade on the move, lob, Duran, catch and dunk.
Here are Mark Champion and Rick Mahorn.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the TD Garden in Boston as the fans are still gathering here. An early afternoon affair. The Pistons going for a franchise best 14 straight victories. And they go up against a pretty good Boston team, although Detroit beat them back on October 26th, 119-113. Got them in the middle quarters where the Pistons put up 70 in the middle quarters. But that guy Jaylen Brown went off, 41 points. He got to the free throw line 15 times. As a team, they only shot 24, so it was Jaylen Brown and nobody else pretty much. But the Pistons had 3 20-point scorers in Duran, Thompson, and Cunningham. So do you like the matchup?
I love the matchup because, the Pistons they're versatile enough to make sure that they can play the defense to stay in front of the guys and making sure they got the back line help. But last game, I kind of like, okay, where's the mojo? But, hey, you're on the road, and that's the thing you have to do is take care of business.
This Boston team, they're pretty good defensively. They've lost 8 games, but they're second best in the NBA, only giving up 110 points per game, and their opponents only shooting 44% from the field. So what makes them good defensively?
Well, they push the basketball, but they also try to hound dog you all the way down the court.
Now, what is that?
That means when you want to stay close to make your defender turn. It's the fact that you got a Pritchard and you got a Derek White, guys that like to play straight up. They want to make you get in your offense late. That's why they're one of those teams that can get up and down the court.
Of course, Pistons defense is nothing to laugh at here. They are number 5 in the NBA, giving up a little over 112 points a game, and number 4 in the NBA, allowing only 44% shooting. The other thing the Pistons have done really well, Rick, is they're turning teams over, second best in the league at almost 18 turnovers a game.
And that's huge because when you have a guy like Thompson and you have guys that come off the bench and they're ready and eager, that's what you like. They hold themselves accountable being out there defensively.
Yeah, you got Holland, who is 8th in the league in steals per game. Asar is 13th, and even Cade Cunningham almost a steal and a half a game. So they've got guys that can be thieves out there, and that'll certainly be a factor in this game as well. The schedule, you begin to wonder if that's going to be a factor. Here we go. We got a game tonight, and then after Thanksgiving Day off, and by the way, early happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Very blessed Thanksgiving. But then Friday, got a home game with Orlando. What happens? We get on a plane and head right to Miami, and then come back, and there's a game. It just goes on and on. It just
go on and on. And the thing is, there's no break in the action, and that's what everybody has to be concerned about, that, you get – this is the schedule that you get, so you got to play the game. So I like it because the only thing that does is build strength, especially winning on the road.
Well, and as a result, Pistons had their share of injuries in the beginning of this season, and they found out that, hey, they got some guys who can step in and play very well. One of them, obviously, Dennis Jenkins, but you go down to Paul Reed, and Paul Reed helped Pistons win some games.
Yes, I mean, that's the luxury of having guys in your toolbox.
Levert, Javonte Green, and all. I mean, they all have chipped in, and we still haven't seen what is eventually going to happen, and that would be that Jaden Ivey would go into the starting lineup, and it would be Cade and Ivey in the backcourt with Duncan Robinson coming off the bench. So you would get a flat-out shooter and Robinson coming in, and J.I., I don't know how many games it's going to take. He's still on a minutes restriction.
Well, the thing is, when you look at the lineup and you become comfortable and you want to have that continuity, you don't like to, have guys saying, okay, I need to get this and I need to get that. You want to make sure these guys are all focused in. Doesn't matter how much time you get.
Well, this is an Emirates Cup game, and we're heading down the stretch in that. Pistons in Orlando. That's the 4th Emirates Cup battle. So a lot of things can happen. If the Pistons get a win tonight, that's going to eliminate several teams from Las Vegas. So if you do follow the Cup, then this is a very big game, Pistons and the Boston Celtics. We'll have the starting lineups when we come back on the Pistons Radio Network.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash. Well-qualified GM employees with a current eligible GMC lease use it to get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for $199 per month with $33.69 due at signing on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab 4x4 with a 2.7-liter engine. That's $199 per month with $33.69 due at signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit GMCOfferInfo.com for details.
You might be thinking you'll wait till spring for new windows, but spring is one cold, long winter away. Don't wait. Call Wallside. Lock in today's prices, lock in energy efficiency, and all of our windows are custom made and installed straight from our own factory. Get affordable quality with half off every window and extended financing. Your home will feel as great on the inside as it looks on the outside. Half off every window and extended financing. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Detroit Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA. From seeing your favorite Detroit Piston stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood, nothing compares to catching the game in person. Even if you're headed to the arena last minute, you can still score tickets at Ticketmaster. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Detroit Pistons. See you courtside, Detroit.
Happy holidays from your trusted jewelry source in Southeast Michigan, Waterfall Jewelers. The minute you walk in, you become part of the family. Whether it's a repair, an upgrade, or a new item, Waterfall has been helping people in Southeast Michigan for over 40 years, and they have a huge selection to choose from. So whether it's a lab-grown engagement ring, a wedding band, or fashionable pieces, you can trust the team over at Waterfall Jewelers. They have locations in Waterford and White Lake, or you can visit them online at waterfalljewelers.com.
Mark and Rick back with you. Kia brought you that break. Let's look at our Henry Ford Health Report. For the Pistons, it is Marcus Sasser and Bobby Klintman. Bobby with that left ankle injury. Jason Tatum out with a right Achilles. And Amias Keita, who has been starting for them in the middle, out with a left ankle. Starting lineups for this game. For the Pistons, it will be Asar Thompson, who is fourth in the league in deflections. We talk about steals, but deflections also an important stat. Tobias Harris, last 4 games against the Celtics, he has shot the ball extremely well, 52%, and averages 17.5 points. Jalen Duren in the middle, 9 double-doubles. Month of November, averaging 23 and 12 rebounds. Cade Cunningham, 32 points away from 5,000 in his career. And he'll be joined by Duncan Robinson, who in his career has 1,254 made threes. We'll see if he can get a few more tonight. For the Boston Celtics under Joe Mazzulla. And they come in with a record of 9-8, but they've won 4 of their last 5. Jordan Walsh has been inserted into the starting lineup, making his 6th, averaging about 6 points and 5 rebounds. Jaylen Brown coming off the 41 against Detroit in the first meeting, last 4 games, averaging almost 31 a game. It will be the former Piston draft pick, Luka Garza, former National College Player of the Year, will get the start in the middle, and he's in his 6th season in the league. Derek White in the backcourt, 10th-year player out of Colorado, and moving from the bench to a starter this season, Peyton Pritchard in his 7th year out of Oregon. Those are the lineups. We'll have Rick's keys of the game when we come back on the Pistons Radio Network.
Pistons fans set the standard for fashion in the NBA, and we're not stopping now. Go to Pistons313shop.com, the official online store of the Detroit Pistons. Explore hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and jerseys of all your favorite players. Plus, discover exclusive gear at the team store inside Little Caesars Arena. Pistons313shop.com. Detroit style. Game time. Anytime.
Maloof Jewelry and Gifts is celebrating 50 years in St. Clair Shores. You, the customers, have made them the best years. Maloof Jewelry and Gifts, where gifting is made simple. We have the diamonds and gemstones and beautiful jewelry for everyone. 14-karat gold chains and bracelets sold by weight. Not to mention a vast display of name brand watches. Everything at spectacular prices. On Harper at 11.5 Mile Road in St. Clair Shores. Join Maloof Jewelry and Gifts for another 50 years.
Our champion, Rick Mahorn. Kia brought you the break. Our crew tonight, Jake Bragdon, is our network coordinator. The one, the only, Doug Lane, who is entrepreneur as well as engineer producer, is here tonight.
Got a lot of money, too.
A lot of money. Dustin Fiocco is your host. Officiating crew, Tony Brothers in his 32nd year is the crew chief. Mitchell Irvin in his 11th, the referee. The pride of Clio High School in Saginaw Valley State, Jenna Schroeder in her 7th year as the umpire. Benny and Maru, Jason Goebel, and Nick Booker are in Secaucus. Keys of the game now, presented by StockX.
Well, the keys to the game, don't underestimate this team. The Celtics, they like you said earlier, they shoot a lot of threes, so that means long shots, long rebounds. You got to rebound the basketball in order to push it. Set the tone defensively, but don't have any letdown against a team like this. So rebounding, inside play, and also just play, be the Pistons. Your defense will dictate what the game is about.
Yeah, that first meeting at LCA, the Pistons out-rebounded the Celtics 55-38, 19-12 on the offensive window, and Detroit got 32 second-chance points in that game.
Yeah, show your size. And, I mean, I know Luka Garza is not as fast, but he's very methodical. Don't want to JB in any kind of foul trouble.
Yeah, he hustles. I mean, he's aggressive.
He's scrappy.
Yep, scrappy. Pistons in the white and Boston in the black trimmed and green here on the day before Thanksgiving Day. Place is full. They have great fans here in Boston. And Garza and Duran will jump it up. Tap slap back to Duncan Robinson. Pistons have it going right to left on the green floor. Some gold bunting, if you will. Harris on the right side with the basketball. Off to Duncan. Pump fakes a three. Steps left. Gives it up. Harris will shoot a three. That's a little flat, no good. Rebound to Jaylen Brown. On the push, Peyton Pritchard. Crosses over Duncan Robinson. Spins in the paint, nowhere to go. And Thompson knocked it away from Brown, and then a whistle on the turnover.
Brown kind of stuck his arm in there. And like you said, Thompson is one of those guys. He uses his long arms, his speed, his quickness to deflect balls.
Yeah, almost 5 a game that he gets.
And that's one.
So Detroit basketball trying to get to 16-2. Cade Cunningham with it. Cade, he was pretty honest. He said, I didn't play well against Indiana. Got it against Derek White. Backing him down. Up top to Harris. Left sideline. Robinson for three, and he buries it right in front of the Piston bench.
And the thing is, when you double team or you're slipping, Duncan Robinson hits you with a three.
He's Mr. First Quarter when it comes to threes. White with it, goes to Luka Garza. Coming to get it, Pritchard. The top of the key, down the lane, and then flips it to Walsh on the sideline for three, and he missed it. Rebound, JD. Bounce pass middle of the floor, Cunningham. 3-0 Detroit. Cade with Walsh on him, bobbing and weaving, spins to the left, kicks to the left baseline, and overshot by Harris, and then off Duran, so it'll be Boston ball. Yikes. Tobias in those corner shots usually deadly.
Automatic, automatic, but
Here's Derek White on the move, gives it up to Walsh. Now back up top, Peyton Pritchard, 10 to shoot. Thompson on it. Trying to prevent that three ball. Now a step by Duran. Here's an attack by Pritchard, left corner. And White for three, goes in and out. Rebound, Pritchard.
Littlest dude on the court.
Unbelievable. Now White in the right corner. And he missed that one. And Walsh with a rebound. And he missed that one. Garza battling, but Cunningham takes it away, running ahead of the pack. Duran for the dunk. And a 5-0 lead.
Got to make sure you don't give up long shots, long rebounds.
Heard Pistons a couple of games ago. Jaylen Brown with a quick move inside. Wild shot. Oh, he got bailed out. Jenner Schroeder calls a foul. That looked like a pretty good play by JD. So free throws coming. As we mentioned in the first game against Detroit, the Celtics attempted 24, 15 of them by Jaylen Brown. He's having a heck of a year, and he's had to step up with Tatum gone.
Yeah, he does have to step up. You look at Boston, where you're going to get points from, and you try to figure it out. But, Joe Mazzulla said, okay, we got to get it to the guy that can score one-on-one, or even if they throw a zone on him.
It's the second free throw coming. And that's a make as well. 5-2 Piston lead. 9:45 to go in the opening period. Cade Cunningham has Walsh on him up the left sideline. Attacks, goes inside of the basket. Missed the layup with the left hand. Garza with the rebound. Ahead Pritchard to Brown. Brown slicing through the defense on a block. I think Harris got that one, but it comes back and Derek White saves it.
Go ahead and shoot that three again, Derek White.
Pritchard bounce pass right sideline to Brown. Little jab step at Robinson. Got to get something up here on the attack. Brown pump fakes, and he got him up in the air. That's a foul. He's good at that, isn't he?
He's a master. And if they had Tatum, it would be like both of those guys can get to the free throw line.
And he's right back there again. Pretty amazing how these guys can do it game after game. Interestingly enough, though, he's 76% from the free throw line, so he's given away quite a few. Gave him a little Katie shoulder
Shake,
shake there.
he did.
Yeah. Gets the free throw. 5-3 Detroit lead. Second one coming. That 41 against Detroit is his season high. Second one on the way and got a pair, so it's a 5-4 Detroit lead now after the 5-0 start. Sar Thompson across the timeline. Chased by Brown, now backs off of him. Give it to Duren way up against Garza. AD working him over with a crossover and knocked away to Walsh, to White, to Pritchard in the right corner. Flips it up top to Brown. Pump fakes the three. Off it goes. Left sideline three by Walsh, and the Celtics have the lead. 7-5, a 7-0 run. Wow. They're trying to trap Cade. He got it to Duren. Duren, extra pass. Thompson gets fouled on the layup attempt. Walsh, you don't know a whole lot about. He's in his fourth year out of Arkansas. He was a five-star recruit out of high school, but he hasn't played that much with the Celtics up until this year. They've moved him into the starting lineup.
And when you have, guys like that during, guys being hurt, guys got to kind of step up the same way the Pistons has done with their players.
Free throws coming for Sar, and he missed the first. Pistons are not a good free throw shooting team, unfortunately. They're 29th in the league.
Yeah, that's where you got to pick that up, definitely.
Yep. Because they're the type of team that would get to the line, up on his toes, and hits that one. So a 7-6 Boston lead. 8.5 to go, opening period. Good start. Eric White up the right side of the floor. Nice screen from Garza. White keeps the bounce against Duncan Robinson. Off it goes to Pritchard with Thompson all over him. And knocked away and out of bounds.
Another
There's
deflection.
Thompson again. Well, that's a good choice, putting him on Pritchard. Kate Cunningham now on the move. Pistons down by one. Double team pass to Duren. Right corner spotted up there. Duncan Robinson short on the three. Rebound Walsh. And then Thompson knocked it away. Where's it going?
It's going to Boston.
Gonna go Boston way. 7-6. Celtics have the lead. Eric White with the basketball. Sends it over to Jaylen Brown. Brown stepping it back and fires and missed the three. Rebound Thompson.
Hey, Thompson went high
He
for that
is
rebound.
active so far in this game.
So athletic.
Looking to post that. He skips one over to Kate Cunningham. Right side of the floor. Hesitates on the three. Drives.
Block.
And got the whistle. Kate is so funny. He gives you the facial looks when he thinks he's not going to get the whistle, then he does.
Derek White with two
that's
fouls.
2 on White. Cade this year 82% at the free throw line. It's interesting. Duren has been to the line more than any other Piston. As Cade hits the first to tie the game up at 7.
Cade shooting 80%, knowing that, hey, you got to keep that money. And so far, it's been a tight game.
Sam Hauser coming in. Ding, ding, ding. What does he do?
He's a shooter.
Yeah. 84% of his shots are three balls. Second is a make, and it's an 8-7 Piston lead.
Isn't that a nice luxury to be that guy?
Yeah, that guy coming off the bench. Pritchard with it up top. Bobbing and weaving to the left side of the floor. Gets it off to Brown. He's open for three. He can't get it to go. Thompson another rebound. Long outlet pass. Look out. And it's turned over. Not a good pass. No reason for that, really. High bounce by Brown. Whirling to the basket. Last second kick to the corner. And Garza misses the three. Rebound Harris.
They're getting chances.
8-7. Pistons with the lead. Thompson running baseline. Right sideline. Wild pass. Duncan Robinson hits the three. And it's 11-7. Celtics are 1 of 7 from three-point range. That's not going to get them to stop shooting it, though. Brown with Cunningham almost taking it away. Finally, Pritchard with a rainbow. That's way short. Cunningham with a rebound. They're now 1 of 8 long range. Cunningham bounce pass. Duren! And he hammers it down. And Joe Mazzulla going to take the timeout. So the Pistons come right back at him with a 7-0 run. 6:37 to go in the period. And the Pistons lead them 13-7 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Together, let's drive.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle, these things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity. And they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Our champion, Rick Mahorn, and Kia is your host for that commercial break. Go to Pistons.com/tickets to be part of the action. Pistons have some home games of note coming up. 28th, that's Friday. The Orlando Magic come in, and they've been playing pretty well. Then the Pistons play the next night in Miami. Atlanta comes to town December 1st, and then a back-to-back home affair, the 5th with the Blazers and the 6th with the Milwaukee Bucks. So get your tickets. And Rick, Boston's 1 for 10 shooting.
And the fact is, they're shooting the threes, the three balls. You know, if that's what you're relying on, they're 1 for 8. But it's the fact that when you're shooting three balls, if they're not going down, you got to play defense. And the Pistons are not letting them get a lot of second chance points.
No, they're not. So you just got to know that Boston's going to start making a few of them. So Amari Williams has checked in for Boston. He's a long and lanky kid out of Kentucky, a rookie, 7-footer.
With the hodgepodge of bench that he has, Joe Mazzulla's trying to find some combination. But I tell you, the Pistons are just strong, especially when they can get out and run in a fast break. 4 points off of it, 4 points, and JD's been the one.
Taylor Shireman also in, third-year player out of Creighton. Stu's come in for Detroit.
Yep.
So 13-7. Pistons have the lead. Boston with the ball. Pritchard with Thompson really hounding him. There's a kickball off the left foot. Thompson.
He's too big for.
I bet Pritchard's going, why me?
Yeah. Let somebody else bring the ball up.
So Hauser and Williams out there. Pritchard, Shireman, and Jaylen Brown still on the floor. Bounce pass in, knocked away again by Thompson from Pritchard.
He's still complaining right now.
Not sure about what. Some serious defense. So 14 on the shot clock. Hauser from the right sideline gets it into Brown, turns, faces up Duran, runs baseline underneath the basket, double team, missed it. That was blocked from behind by Duncan Robinson. JD up the right sideline, thinks he's a guard. Look out. Instead, he floats it back up top to Cade. Driving a kick, left corner, Thompson three is no good, a little too flat. Pritchard with a rebound, 13-7 Detroit.
Pritchard just gave that ball to Brown, said I ain't bringing it up.
And there's a foul on Stu on the attack by Jaylen Brown, who is pretty much their offense so far in the game.
Detroit foul is on number 28, Isaiah
He was the third pick of the draft in 2016. Tatum was the third pick of the draft for the Boston Celtics the next year. Pretty good 1-2 punch.
Not bad. They did win a championship, right?
Yeah.
That's all.
Brad Stevens has done a good job since moving to the office. As the free throws will make, 13-8 Detroit.
That's 5 free throws, and they're all by Jaylen Brown.
Karis LeVert coming off an outstanding game against Indiana into the game. Thompson will get a breather. Thompson with a steal, an assist, couple of rebounds, and at least 2 deflections, maybe 3.
3.
Second one on the way, too strong. Rebound, Duran able to get it and keep his feet in bounds. Jake Cunningham on the move. It's 2 points so far for him. Guarded by Shireman, now switched off to Hauser. Crosses him over, spins to the right, and a block out of nowhere. Goaltending on Williams.
Ooh, man.
15-8. Maury Williams is a long,
he's long
guy.
You know what? Ooh, thank you very much. That's all I can say.
Jaylen Brown with the ball, left side of the floor. Now brings it up top against Duran. Shireman sets the screen. Robinson switches off to Brown. Backing him in, dotted line. Shot high off the heel, no good. Tipped in. Hauser out of nowhere.
You know, all eyes go on.
At the other end, Duncan Robinson misses a 3. Williams with a rebound.
All eyes go on Jaylen Brown.
Here he is again. 15-10 Detroit. Cut off nicely by Stu. Now up top to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard steps back, finally gets a look at one and hits it as Thompson is on the bench, and he took advantage of it.
Karis LeVert was on him. Got to make sure, keep him in front of you, but make sure he has to work.
So it's down to 2, 15-13 Detroit. So immediately Pritchard put a 3 up with Thompson on the bench. Here's LeVert. Pull up on the baseline, comes right back to him. Now Duncan Robinson up top. Cade's going to try a 3. Good.
Second chance opportunity.
Yep, that's what helped them get the win in the first meeting with the Celtics. They had 32 second chance points. Pritchard against LeVert again. Off it goes to Brown. Brown pulls up, free throw line, misses. Rebound Stu. Outlet to Cade. Cunningham racing and dunking.
Long shots, long rebounds.
Oh,
when you get them, you got fast breaks.
4:12 to go, 20-13 now. The Pistons lead by 7. And the Celtics with Pritchard on the bounce. And 3 straight 25-point games this month. Going inside, and we got a whistle.
Come on, Tony Brothers.
Duncan Robinson looking puzzled. That'll be 2. They called it on LeVert, however, but Robinson's still going out. And Ron Holland's going to come in with Jaden Ivey. So now you got LeVert and Stu, Cunningham, Holland, and Ivey. Holland had a heck of a game against Indiana, never took a shot the entire game, but he did a lot of other things. Remember the 2 jump balls he won?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Up top, Jaylen Brown. Whirls to the right. All the way to the basket, easy layup. Oh, man. 20-15. It might be another big night for him. He had 41 first meeting. Jaden Ivey on the right wing.
He's got a
kind of attack. Drops it. Sideline Holland up top to Cade. Cunningham against Shireman. All the way in, lays it in.
Making it look easy.
No match.
Too big.
Is Shireman. So the Celtics with the basketball. And a topside 3, no, but we got a whistle.
Stu.
They say on the floor.
Yeah, Stewart boxing out. You could face guard, but just when you're that low under the basket, you got to turn around.
Celtics have Anthony Simons in the game. There's a guy that can give you some offense. Cade having a discussion with Mitchell Irvin. So Amari Williams will head to the line.
Cade Cunningham with 11 points.
He is a two-way player for him as he hits the free throw. 22-16. And now Dennis Jenkins getting some early minutes. Cade with a chance to get a little rest. Has 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Lefty misses, rebound Stu. Jaden Ivey running the point against Simons. Slide it over to Levert. Bounce pass, cutting baseline Holland. And it's 24-16 Detroit.
Mark, they have 14 points in the paint. Pistons
good. That was really good offense that time. There's a pick and roll. Williams knocked away by Holland. Middle of the floor, sends it right side to Levert. Dances from a defender to the left corner. There's Ivey. And it clanks off the iron, a little too flat. Jaylen Brown with a rebound, 2:45 to go. And the Pistons lead him by 8, 24-16. Brown on a crossover, all the way to the rim. And no, he thought he got fouled. Levert the other way for Detroit. Sends it left wing. Ivey left open. Got to shoot it. Missed the 3. Stu tipped it up. No, followed his miss and hits it.
Talk about a garbage man. That's just, I love when Studer gets in the game because he doesn't stop.
Pistons with their biggest lead. We get a timeout. 2:25 in the period. Pistons going for 14 in a row. Lead at 26-16 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Style are required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles at participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
You don't have to play for the Pistons to be treated by the same doctors who keep the team at their best.
I can't dunk in size 18 sneakers, but I can play 18 holes.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. And you. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Mark and Rick, Kia brought you the break. Score big on every purchase with Pistons Rewards Partners. Join the Pistons Rewards program, unlock exclusive benefits, merchandise, unforgettable experiences. Every game, every purchase, every moment counts towards your next reward. Visit pistons.com/rewards. Pistons giving their fans some rewards. A 26-16 lead. Boston is shooting Rick Mahorn 4 of 18 from the field.
And that's where you're looking at. That's 22%. But they're 2 for 10. And hopefully they'll continue to do that.
About the only positive for Boston, they do have second chance points, 5 of them. But their threes are not going right now, but we do know a couple of things. Number one, they'll keep shooting them. And number two, they can get hot with them.
24 is a 48-minute game, and we saw that in Indiana. They started hitting some, and Mathurin, and next thing you know, T.J. McConnell started doing his thing.
Yeah, Jarris Walker's the guy who really hurt him in the 3, and Robinson Earl. Josh Minot comes in, fifth-year player out of Memphis, played with Jalen Duren at Memphis. So still 2:25 to go in the period. Jenkins out there with Holland, Ivey, Stu, and Levert. Simons, Shireman, Minot, Peyton Pritchard out there, and also Sam Hauser. Hauser will get it in from the baseline. Pistons back there pestering, and it goes to Pritchard. Now Holland is as good as the SAR, so it's not going to be a break here for Pritchard against Ron Holland. Bounce pass up top to Simon. Minot setting the screen. Stu switches off. Hauser, left sideline it goes to Pritchard. Pritchard attacking. Going to the left, ducking under. Couldn't get a shot. Got it sideline. Shireman for 3. Oh, my goodness. He hit it.
Come on. That was great defense.
26-19 Detroit. Big 3 for the Celtics. Jenkins up top, flips it to Levert. Garris drops in, look out. Dangerous bounce pass. We got a whistle. And foul on Shireman.
Shireman's too little to be trying to check Stu in the paint.
That'll be a sideline out. 14 on the shot clock. Karis LeVert, who had an outstanding game, 19 against Indiana. Gets it in deep to Stu. Stu, double team, doesn't matter. Gets a shot up and draws a whistle. I mean, he is so strong.
Yes, he is. And people don't realize how strong he is.
He's Ben Wallace strong, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So Stu to the line. Pistons tonight, 3 out of 4 shooting the free throws.
Well, the Pistons got 14 points in the paint, which is great.
Yep.
Boston only has 4.
Stu missing. He's normally a good free throw shooter. Yeah, I mean, Detroit's number 1 in the NBA, 59 paint points a game. They have a 15.2 differential. They're 4th best in keeping opponents out of the paint. Second free throw, and he missed a pair. Rebound, offensive by Holland. Up top, here's Ivy, and that's no good for 3. Pritchard with another rebound. So the Pistons missing out. Here's Pritchard down the lane, kicks it left corner. Pump fake by Shireman. Goes to the baseline flip, and that was a defensive breakdown there. 26-21 Detroit, minute 18 to go. He just let Shireman slip to the baseline. Here's LeVert slip into the basket, missed it, followed it up and in. He just wanted an offensive rebound, I think. 28-21 Detroit. Minot gets it back up top to Simons, who slings it over to Pritchard. Pritchard with a step back 3. Good again.
Okay.
Well, we know that Thompson will be coming back in. Jenkins cut off on the left baseline and to sling it up top to Holland, who now flips it to Ivy. 44 seconds to go in the period. They trying to make moves on Anthony Simons. Takes him all the way to the baseline. Double team. Gets it to the corner. Holland got to get his shot up. Holland in trouble. Floats. Got it off the window.
Got him.
What a shot. 30-24. Pistons by 6. Right corner 3. Minot spins out. That's why not.
No.
20 seconds remaining.
No play on words, huh?
No, absolutely not. So Karis LeVert will work it down. 10 seconds. Let's see when he's going to take off here. Down to 7. Passes deep to Stu. Stu had it stripped. And it's going to go to the Celtics. Brought the ball down, didn't they?
Yeah, when you make the mistake as a big, you put the ball down.
There's a long pass ahead. Pritchard makes the catch and missed the 3 at the buzzer. Good job though by Boston. The Pistons thought he traveled. Pritchard thought he got fouled. So Cade Cunningham with 11. Pistons shoot 46% and hold the Celtics to 30% in the opening period to lead it 30-24 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Maloof Jewelry and Gifts is celebrating 50 years in St. Clair Shores. You, the customers, have made them the best years. Maloof Jewelry and Gifts, where gifting is made simple. We have the diamonds and gemstones and beautiful jewelry for everyone. 14-karat gold chains and bracelets sold by weight. Not to mention a vast display of name brand watches. Everything at spectacular prices. On Harper at 11.5 Mile Road in St. Clair Shores. Join Maloof Jewelry and Gifts for another 50 years.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other, you support each other, you rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Park champion Rick Mahorn back with you at the TD Garden in Boston. Kia brought you the break. Celtics only made 4 triples in 14 tries, but Peyton Pritchard kind of heated up a little bit near the end of the opening quarter. He has 2 of them. Jaylen Brown got to the free throw line early in the period, 5 out of 6. Cade 4 for 5, 11 points. And how about the points in the paint differential?
I mean, that's huge. When you can get points in the paint, the Pistons are always been strong there.
18 to 4.
Yeah, but when you look at it, I'm looking at Jaylen Brown. He's 1 for 8. And he's got 7 points. He's leading the team in scoring right now.
That tells me he will not end up 1 for 8. You never know. Piston defense this year is a real deal. So Cunningham, Holland, Jenkins, Javonte Green has checked in with Isaiah Stewart. So that makes 11 players
so far.
Still got P. Reed and Jazz Lanier. All right, Celtics ball. Derek White's back in the game, and he'll work it across the timeline. Pretty Simons. Nice pass to Minot. Kick to the corner. Shireman.
Okay.
And that's a 3.
Ding, ding, ding. He didn't hit. He just came off the bench with 8 points.
And it's 30 to 27. So got ourselves a game, and we also have a whistle. It's going to be Stu.
What did he do?
Didn't look like.
Don't look like much.
He's looking nice, giving the old stink eye.
There's 2 on him.
Hugo Gonzalez has come in for Boston. He's a rookie from Spain.
He hooked him.
Yeah, hooked him.
He hooked him. That's three fouls on Stu.
So Duran will come back into the lineup. And the lead's only 3 at 30 to 27. Anthony Simons, Portland Trail Blazer, up top with it. Sends it left side, Minot. And he threw a whistle, hit a 3, and got fouled on the play. He fell down. Tony Brothers bid on that one.
Well, one of his teammates, former teammates, but he didn't have to. No, Mark, I'm looking at the replay. He didn't have space to land.
Maury Williams coming back into the lineup. And Hugo Gonzalez did not play very long in there, but takes a seat. That's the matchup with Duran. That's the reason. So Boston can take the lead here. And they do. 3 throws to make. 31-30 Boston.
Got that left hand.
Cade Cunningham on the move, right to left. White got picked off by Duran. Cade works his way to the basket and had it blocked by Williams. And it's kicked around and thrown ahead behind the back to Minot. And Holland blocked the shot. Celtics get it back. Wow. Oh my goodness. And Holland's kind of bent over. He got
hustle.
Cunningham gets called for the foul.
Man, did Holland just woo.
That behind the back pass
was pretty nice. Oh man, 2 of them got it.
That was
Green and Holland.
That was a serious block. So a sideline out. Boston by 1, 31-30. Minute gone here in the second. Derek White looking to get it in from the right sideline. Up top to Simons. Sit to the left by Dennis Jenkins. Right side to Shireman. Shireman down the paint. Fade away lefty's good.
Come on.
What's with this guy?
Where did this come from?
The AB is unhappy with the officials there. He's all over Schroeder. But the Celtics have come fighting back. 33-30. They have the lead. Timeout on the Pistons Radio Network.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit from a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today? We stay true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit, trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX, now you know.
Whether they're Doughboys, Comets, or even Gremlins, every public school in Michigan is proud to be known for something. And at the Michigan Lottery, we're proud to be known for something too: education. I'm Lottery Commissioner Susanna Shkreli, and 100% of our profits go to support the State School Aid Fund. Last year, the lottery contributed over $1 billion. So whatever hometown school you're from, we're rooting for all of them. Michigan Lottery, for fun, for schools.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
You don't have to play for the Pistons to be treated by the same doctors who keep the team at their best.
I can't dunk in size 18 sneakers, but I can play 18 holes.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. And you. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Mark and Rick with you. Kia brought you the break. 9-0 start to the period by the Boston Celtics. Pistons flex plans are back. Unbeatable price. Customize your plan around all-star matchups like this one. Exclusive giveaways, theme nights, and more. Don't miss a moment of the action at Little Caesars Arena. Visit pistons.com/flex to secure yours today. And while you're at it, download the Pistons mobile app. It's your go-to source for all things Pistons. Well, what's gotten Boston going here?
Well, it's their bench, and I mean they're coming out there. Shireman with 4 for 4, 2 for 2 from 3 with 10 points. Then you got a couple of blocks by Williams, and then next thing you know, it's just guys are just coming out there playing harder than the Pistons.
17 from their bench. Their bench average is 37. So Boston with the lead on their home floor, where they're 5-4 on the season. Pistons have been really good, whether home or the road. They're 7-1 on the road.
Well, this timeout was a good timeout to get the troops together.
So now you got Duran and Jenkins, Cunningham, Green, and also Ron Holland. Shireman, the hot man for Boston, stays out there with Derek White, Anthony Simons, Amari Williams getting some activity. Holland will get it in. Chased by Josh Minot to Cade Cunningham. And 11 in the opening period. Cade up top. Moves to the right wing and fires a three and hits it. He just lulls you to sleep.
Yes, he does.
Tied at 33 in Boston. Derek White bumps the bit, gives it to Anthony Simons. Underhand dish to Williams way up top. Pass got away, but saved by Simons near midcourt. 7 to shoot.
He's going to shoot it.
Simons going down the avenue with a tough right-hand flip. No good. Cade with a rebound. Game tied at 33. About 2 minutes gone here in the period. Cunningham weaving through traffic. Sends it out on the left wing. Holland. Holland has not shown that he's going to shoot that three. Here's Duran attacking, stumbling, and saving it to Holland.
Got to shoot it.
Yeah, and this time he will, and miss it. I don't wonder if he just doesn't have the confidence in it right now.
He doesn't have the confidence.
Yeah. Anthony Simons on the move. Left side, 2-point shot, no good. Rebound Duran. Game tied at 33. Dennis Jenkins skips it over, left side, pump fake Cade.
Oh, got him.
Spins to the right. He's working over Shireman. Cade on the attack, got a bump on the baseline. Up top, Green, extra pass Jenkins. And now Holland underneath the basket. Reverse layup, and he hits it, tumbling to the floor.
Good move.
Pistons by 2, 35-33. About 3 minutes gone here in the second. Derek White with the basketball. Wants Williams to screen, does so. White on the attack. Jenkins sticking with him. White working it down into the lane, and there's a Jenkins foul. Didn't quite get that arm vertical.
No, he didn't.
So Derek White will head to the line. Scoreless so far in this game. On the season, averages a little over 15 points a game. And in the first meeting with the Pistons, had 15, right at his average. Hits the free throw.
And more free throws for Boston. Pistons only attempted 6. Boston's going to 11.
Chance to tie this game up. Big deep breath by Derek White, originally drafted by San Antonio, one of the great 29th picks in the draft. As he hits and ties the game up at 35. That's about all San Antonio had back in those days. Cade to the left wing. He's going to shoot over to Amari Williams. That's short, though. And Holland and Shireman going at it, and then Shireman throws it away. He thought it was deflected.
Yep, they're going to challenge it. They're challenging it.
So a coach's challenge by Joe Mazzulla. Shireman was adamant that he didn't touch it last.
And that's why they have replays so we could see them.
So we'll take a timeout. It's all even in Boston at 35 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Nothing compares to catching your Detroit Pistons live. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, even if you're headed to the game last minute. Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you were there live. So put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Detroit Pistons. Basketball is back and Piston fans can jump right into the action with BetMGM, an official partner of the Detroit Pistons. Sign up for the sport book that makes every bucket legendary. This season, download the BetMGM app and make every play and get instant access to hundreds of basketball betting options, including player props, parlays, live betting, and the best daily promotions in the business. Download the app today and discover why BetMGM is your home all basketball season. BetMGM.com for T's and C's. 21 and older, Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
You might be thinking you'll wait till spring for new windows, but spring is one cold, long winter away. Don't wait. Call Wallside. Lock in today's prices, lock in energy efficiency, and all of our windows are custom made and installed straight from our own factory. Get affordable quality with half off every window and extended financing. Your home will feel as great on the inside as it looks on the outside. Half off every window and extended financing. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network.
News Radio 950 WWJ and WXYT HD2 Detroit. An Odyssey station.
Mark and Rick back with you in Boston. Kia brought you the break, and we're the only game underway right now.
The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green of Detroit. Therefore, the challenge is successful. Due to the mandatory timeout, Boston loses their timeout, but retains the ability to challenge for the rest of the game.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Brothers. Other action tonight, Knicks will be in Charlotte. That's a cup game. All these are cup games. Bucks at Miami. That could be interesting. Pacers at the Raptors.
No Giannis, though.
True. Timberwolves at OKC. Grizzlies and the Pelicans. Rockets at the Warriors. Spurs at Portland. And the Suns and the Kings. So a busy night in the NBA. And our man, Justin Fiocco, will have all those scores either coming in at halftime or in the postgame. Mostly in the postgame. All right, so the Celtics get the ball. And the game is tied up at 35. They are still shooting only 34% overall, but 6 triples have gone down.
Yeah, 6 triples, and they get into the free throw line.
Shireman to get it in from the sideline. Finds Derek White up top. White on the bounce, directing Williams. Comes back to the left of the screen. Goes deep to Williams. Chased out of there. Didn't even try. Now Shireman for three. No good. Rebound Duran. Drops it back to Cade Cunningham. Game tied at 35. Cunningham on the move. Sends it over to Holland. Holland spins left. White is there. Good defender. Out to Cade. Left wing three. Nope. And the rebound to Minot.
Only one and done.
35-35. 8:05 to go. White throws it away. Miscommunicated with Josh Minot, who made a move toward the corner. Jaylen Brown back in. Had a pretty good rest there for Boston. Shireman did his work as he takes a seat.
Yeah, that's huge. Maybe see what Jaylen Brown can do if he can get his shot going.
Jenkins sends it up to Jalen Duran. Low pass to Cunningham. Back to Duran. Mishandled it. And there's a nice cut by Javonte Green, but he's tied up. Off to Cade. Up top to Holland. Down to 4. Deep pass to Duran. 3-second call.
Yep.
Boston clamping down on their defense. We mentioned they're a good defensive team.
They're not bad.
Nope.
And then Tony Brothers and J.B. Bickerstaff.
Going at it?
But not going at it, he wants to know something.
Yeah, Celtics are second in the NBA. Opponents only averaging 110 a game, so all leaving at 35 here. Pistons were up by 10 at one point in this game. Anthony Simons brings it across. Jenkins locked to his right hip. Simons on the drive. Got a little bump. Puts a shot at no. They let that one go. Duran with a rebound. JD still dribbling. Nobody stopped him. Going all the way to the basket and got a whistle. He'll shoot two.
That's on Brown.
Williams just kind of kept backing away from him. And Brown picked up the foul.
Oh, Williams, that's his first foul.
Yeah. So they do call it on Williams. They held up 5 and a 2, but
here they go.
Yeah, they just
Tony Brothers.
A lot of chirping. Cade this time.
So I'm gonna tell you, Tony Brothers is one referee you don't want to get mad.
Duran hits the first, breaks the tie. Pistons by 1.
Because he don't want to hear it.
5 points, 6 boards for Jalen Duran. Anthony Simons takes a seat. Peyton Pritchard back in. He got a couple of threes to drop late in that first quarter.
And Boston's 2 top scorers ain't really doing anything. But then you got the bench.
And look out, we got players knocked down. Duran missed. But a whistle. Tony Brothers again. And what did they call on a Minot? So Cunningham will. Yep, Minot picked up the foul. Holland will sit down. Asar Thompson got a good breather, so he's back in, and Pritchard's going, oh no.
And Tobias got a good rest as well.
Yes, he did. Here's Cunningham. Sends it to Thompson into the paint and is fouled. Derek White thought he had a block. The Celtics. Interior defense, the Pistons.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. 20 points in the paint, but they've had to work at it.
And you got Derek White with 2 points. And Garza with no points. Walsh with no points.
Thompson makes. And so Ivy in for Cade Cunningham. Cade will sit with 14, 3 boards, 2 assists. Second free throw for 22-year-old Asar Thompson. And he rattles that one in. So a 3-point lead for the good guys. 7:13 to go. Derek White coming left to right for Boston. Bounce pass to Brown. Quick first step. In traffic, though. Can he get a shot? Yep. And he hits. Holy mackerel.
He did a lot of two-stepping.
Yes, he did. 38-37. Up top, J.I. Ivy inside out. And again, Thompson just doesn't want to shoot that three either as he turns, shoots up short on a fadeaway shot.
I think J.B. Bickerstaff would have rather him shoot the three.
Boston looking to get the lead back again. Brown covered up on a double team, gives to Pritchard. He's out on the right wing. Ivy staring him down. 9 to shoot. Pritchard trying to attack. Cut off. Fade away is no good. Strong rebound by Javonte Green. 38-37 Detroit. Tobias Harris with the ball. Got a quiet game so far. Hasn't scored. Right side, Green feels it. Nope, missed a three. Back tap by Thompson. Spinner to the basket by JD is good. Second chance, Rick.
Yep, second chance points. Try to keep him.
And Brown is on the floor, lost his footing, and Harris says, okay, I'll tie him up. And Brown has his hands to his face. Robinson coming back in for Javonte Green. Jaylen Brown might have gotten hit in the chops there. He's up. Let's see what happened to him.
Bumped the heads.
Oh, yeah, that hurts.
Yep.
Big Eye appeared to be okay out of that deal. So they'll jump it up. 17 on the shot clock, just inside the halfway point. Brown and Harris. And it's slapped by Jaylen Brown, saved by Derek White. White to Pritchard. Swings it over left sideline. Pump fake Brown. Brown steps back, covered up by Harris.
Good defense.
9 to shoot. He needs some help. Hooked on the baseline shot and missed it. Duren with another rebound.
He's 2 for 10.
Up ahead to Jaden Ivey. Gives it to Duncan Robinson. Back up top, Thompson. Asar on the move. Down the lane. Puts a high rainbow floater. No good. Duren with a putback. No. Tapped it. No. Comes down to Ivey, who scores. Well, second chance is what helped him get the win. First meeting with Boston.
That's 13 by the Pistons.
42-37. The lead up to 5 with 5:10 to go in the half. Derek White with the ball up top. Off it goes to Williams, and now he'll give it to Minot, and he runs into Asar, and Thompson will pick it up. Karis LeVert's going to come back into the Piston lineup, and JD will take a seat.
A lot of shuffling right now.
Oh, man.
Now you got Tobias playing the center.
7 and 10 rebounds for Duren as he gets a breather. And now Joe Mazzulla says, well, I gotta change, so I got to get my man Williams out of there. And Hauser comes in, try to match up with the size. Jaylen Brown with the ball up top. We're inside 5 minutes. Pistons by 5. Brown setting it up here. Goes right side. Quick three by Hauser. That's short. He rushed that one. Here's Ivey on the move. Look out from behind. Derek White steals it. Nobody helped him out. He's got to get a teammate yelling at him. There's a lob, catch, and a bucket by Minot. 42-39.
Ever since they put him in the game, and they've been defensively a lot better.
Ivey's going to try the three ball. Nope, can't get it to go. Minot with a rebound. 42-39 Detroit, but here come the Celtics. Jaylen Brown barreling in, knocks Ivey away, and missed the shot. Tapped up, no. Thompson with a good defense. Gets the rebound. Physical game. Asar on the move. Look out. He got bumped away. Off to Ivey. Harris fighting for position with Hauser. Gets it.
Don't pump fake him.
And he got a whistle and a bucket.
Big time.
Wily move by Tobias in his 15th season. So a 5-point lead for Detroit. Playing with LeVert and Ivey, Robinson, Thompson, and Harris. So a lot of, we mentioned the other night when they had 22 different combinations. And I'm guessing that they'll probably be up around that total in this game, the way it goes. Free throw makes it 45-39 Detroit. Derek White with the basketball. Just 2 points for him so far. Walks it across. And Minot resets him on the left wing. Switches off to Tobias Harris. White looking, picked up the dribble. Goes to Minot, back to White, lost the handle, got it back, fires a three, and it spins out. Minot, rebound, Brown, hits for three.
Brown finally got a shot wide open.
45-42, so Celtics have had their share of second chance points. Thompson now barreling in almost, and is turned over. Brown at the other end. Oh, and Thompson with a catch-up block.
He's looking around to the referees. Hey, I'm getting beat up. Get up. Be quiet.
Shireman and Walsh coming back into the Boston lineup. Jordan Walsh started the game. White will sit. Minot will sit. 3:15 before halftime. Detroit leads by 3. Cade's come back in for Jaden Ivey.
Minot, I tell you, he's been a problem.
Yeah, I remember him from that first game. He was pretty impressive. He had 15 rebounds in a game against Cleveland this year. Pretty athletic. You know where he's from? He's from Jamaica, right?
I know. Minot.
In the corner, Peyton Pritchard. Now to Walsh on the left wing. Harris on him. Back to Pritchard. He's going to let one fly, and it's good for 3. Ties the game up at 45. He couldn't get a 3 to go, and he's hit his last 3. Cunningham on the move, up and under. Won't drop, but he'll get free throws.
He's going to make sure the referees, if they're going to blow the whistle, they got to make sure I'm attacking that basket.
Both teams have attempted 11. Amari Williams is going to come back in for the Boston Celtics. Both teams are shuffling guys in and out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm not accustomed to seeing this low of a score. 45-45 with almost 3 minutes left.
In and out on the free throw. Producer Doug said Celtics 4 out of 6 in the second quarter from 3-point range. And remember, the first period they were 4 out of 14. So not as many, but they're hitting them.
So far, they attempted 20 of them.
They average about 44. Second free throw is a make by Cade. Pistons hanging on to the lead. 46-45 inside of 3 minutes. Pritchard with the ball. Bounce pass goes to Brown. Right side of the floor against Tobias. There goes Brown, baseline, and scores and got fouled by Harris, and may have tweaked something there.
Harris is limping a little bit, trying to get that ankle moving.
Well, Jaylen Brown starting to heat up. He had 41 in the game at LCA, and he's got 14 right now, just 4 of 14 shooting, but hey, chance to extend the Celtic lead here. On the way, and that is good, and Boston leads them 48-46. Again, an Emirates Cup game, so the Pistons hoping to get to Vegas, but they need to win this league. Cunningham drops it off to Harris in between the circles. Coming to get it, Karis LeVert, right wing, up top to Cade. Cunningham, right sideline. LeVert pump fakes a 3. Drives inside into traffic. Sends it out to Cade. Left corner, Robinson, and a terrible interior bounce pass, so that's a turnover. Jaylen Brown again. Steps it back on the right elbow. Gets into the lane and scores.
Ding, ding, ding. He's hot.
Yeah, he is hot.
He ain't stopping shooting the ball.
50-46. Celtics by 4. Fans on their feet. Cunningham with the ball. Left side to Duncan Robinson. Back to Cade. Bumped by Walsh. And there's the old ticky-tack call.
Cade made a shot. A little flip hook.
2 fouls on Jordan Walsh. So Cade back to the free throw line. 3 out of 4 on the evening. 15 points for him. The only Piston in double figures. For Boston, you got Brown with 17, Shireman with 10. And Cade gets it to go. That looked kind of rough.
It started off rough.
Yeah. 50-47. Second one on the way, and he got that one easily. So it's a 50-48 Boston lead.
There's no pressure upon Pritchard right now. Sar Thompson does a good job.
It's 3 out of 4 shooting the long ball. Drops it back now to Duncan Robinson. Brown on Robinson. Making moves, fancy dribbles. Goes all the way in. Duren with help, and it didn't do any good. He hit the fadeaway. Wow. He is on a one-man roll here, 52-48. Cade going down the avenue and missed the layup. Duren, though, cleans it up.
Clean up aisle 0.
52-50.
Second chance points, 26.
Boston with the lead. Brown, right side. Pritchard spins out a 3. JD with a one-handed rebound.
JD with 12 boards.
Ahead to Cunningham. Pistons looking to at least tie this game. Cade with a shot. Nope. Duren taps it around, gets it himself, and brought the ball down and had it stripped. 50 seconds remaining. Jaylen Brown, what a second period for him. Here goes Pritchard. Gets open and hits. Duncan Robinson lost him. Tried to swipe at the ball.
You don't really have defensive players in there right now.
Nope. 54-50 Boston. Cunningham, right side. Harris brings it up top. Gives back to Cade, back to Harris. Left side, Karis LeVert. Got it! 1 point game, 54-53 Boston. Pritchard up top, Jaylen Brown. Gets open, right side 3, and it's no good. They dodged one there. Cade, strong rebound, outlet ahead, and Harris is knocked down on a dunk. Didn't go down, he's on his back.
You have to look at that, man. Come
Shireman, pops up okay. Shireman picked up the foul.
Hit the knee. Gotta get Tobias Harris going too, man.
Yep.
He's only got 3 points.
The thing about all these guys playing, Rick, I mean, everybody's pretty much scoring, but Harris at the line hits, and guess what? We're all tied up. 54-54 now with Sar Thompson. Rick, you mentioned the defense. Here comes a defender. He has been all over Pritchard.
Last shot.
Second one on the way. Pistons have the lead, 55-54. Final possession here for the Boston Celtics. Pritchard with 13 seconds across the timeline. Goes left side, Jaylen Brown with a 12-point quarter. Brown on the move, driving a kick. Shireman, 3 is good again. Okay, this guy's a pain in the posterior. 57-55, 3 seconds. 2, Thompson counts him, it goes! And he hit it! Sar Thompson. Holy mackerel, and the Pistons have the lead at halftime. Sar Thompson with the 3. Pistons 58 and the Celtics 57 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Detroit basketball is back in action. Get hyped for All-Star Cade Cunningham and Dog Pound defense. Be a part of the best game day experience in the 3-1-3, featuring thrilling theme nights, epic giveaways, and much more. Go to pistons.com/tickets to lock in your seat. This is Detroit basketball all the time.
You don't have to play for the Pistons to be treated by the same doctors who keep the team at their best.
I can't dunk in size 18 sneakers, but I can play 18 holes.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders after back surgery. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
Henry Ford Health, official team physicians of the Detroit Pistons. And you. Visit henryford.com/teamdocs.
Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. And we think about basketball a lot. The plays, the swagger, the glory, the game. And how we can elevate our own game with capability that takes us to another level. And ground clearance that propels us even higher. The 3-row 2025 Kia Telluride X-Line all-wheel drive. Kia,
official vehicle of the Detroit Pistons. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Everyone knows you get aggressive on fourth down, and everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured. Why not? They've been offering their no-fee guarantee forever, and they always give everyone a free call and consultation. Not to mention they've recovered billions of dollars for their clients, and they've had the winning record for over 50 years. That's why everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured. It's the best call you can make after an accident. Some things just aren't up for debate. Injured? Call Sam.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
This is the Detroit Pistons halftime show on the Pistons Radio Network. Here's your host, Dustin Fiocco.
And the first half is closed out in Boston, and we have ourselves a dogfight. Pistons and Celtics. 1 point separates them, and it's Detroit that holds that lead. It's 58-57. Let's talk about it on your Pistons halftime show presented by Belfour with your recap. We'll go all the way back to the first quarter where the Pistons score the first 5 points, and that's when a trip to the line by Brown breaks that trend. He scores the first 4 for the Boston Celtics that way. Ultimately, it was 7 points in that first quarter for Jaylen Brown. He's a big storyline in this first half as expected, but Cade outperforming him in the first quarter. Cade Cunningham with 11 points in that first frame, and we end the quarter with a 6-point Piston advantage. It was 30-24. And now it gets even more interesting. Entering into the second quarter, Boston, they come out firing right out of the gate. 9-0 run to take the lead. And during that 9-0 run, Boston, they had a big 4-point play. It was on a triple and one by Josh Minot. And looking to follow it up on the very next play with a slam. You got to play this. Check out this denial from Ron Holland to regain some Pistons momentum.
Cade works his way to the basket and had it blocked by Williams. And it's kicked around and thrown ahead behind the back to Minot. And Holland blocked the shot. Celtics get it back. Wow.
No shortage of big plays in this first half. That one, we will definitely call it our biggest defensive one. Holland all over the court. Huge momentum stopper because Cade would follow it up with a 3. Detroit's next possession, getting themselves right back onto the right path. And from there, it was a very competitive second quarter. Very back and forth in play. That is until the final few minutes. That's when Jaylen Brown went beast mode in his second quarter. It was even stronger than his first. That helped give Boston a lead. But the Pistons, some late points of their own. Caris LeVert, a 3, followed by a trip to the line by Tobias Harris for a pair of points. And Pistons getting back within 1 until the Celtics. Then they retake the lead. So you can kind of tell it's a back-and-forth trend. Who's going to end the half with the lead? Well, it's the Pistons that do it, and it's with some heroics from Asar Thompson.
57-55, 3 seconds. 2,
That's
Thompson
good.
counts him. It goes! And he hit it! Asar Thompson. Holy mackerel, and the Pistons have the lead at halftime. Asar Thompson with the 3. Pistons 58 and the Celtics 57.
Did we call this one a dogfight? Because that is exactly what we have on our hands. It's a 58-57 halftime score. Pistons, because of that ridiculous shot. Great job, let's say that, by Asar Thompson to give the Pistons that advantage. And some more key performances. We expected it to be as such. It's a Brown versus Cade kind of game. 19 for Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham with 17 to lead each team's scoring. But some more numbers to look at in this game. Neither team really shooting lights out. Pistons are shooting better, though, over 42%, just under 40% the Celtics. We know the Celtics like to shoot a lot of threes. 9 of them have gone in. They've tried it 23 times, just 6 of 19 for Detroit, though. Meanwhile, trips to the free throw line, Pistons making a few more trips. They're 12 of 17, so we know free throws can be a little bit of an issue for this squad. 10 of 12 for Boston. Pistons, though, doing a great job with the boards, 33-21. They are out rebounding Celtics. And finally, the turnover game. Neither team playing the cleanest of basketball. 12 turnovers in the half for the Boston Celtics and 11 for our Pistons. But after one half, 58-57 is our score. It's the Pistons that hold that 1-point advantage. And up next, we are going to check out the rest of the happenings in the NBA. It's a trip around the association, and we'll do that next on your Pistons Halftime Show presented by Belfour. It's right here on the Pistons Radio Network.
Together, let's drive. Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
I'm so tired of boring game day food.
Little Caesar's Deal Deal here. Get Stuffed Crunch Crust. It's a cheesy, crunchy crust that's only $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust.
Oh dear, so cute.
Cute? I have a PhD, which stands for Pretty Huge Deals. Get a large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. Lowest price compared to other national pizza chains. Available participating locations for a limited time. Prices may vary.
Whether they're Doughboys, Comets, or even Gremlins, every public school in Michigan is proud to be known for something. And at the Michigan Lottery, we're proud to be known for something too: education. I'm Lottery Commissioner Susanna Shkreli, and 100% of our profits go to support the State School Aid Fund. Last year, the lottery contributed over $1 billion. So whatever hometown school you're from, we're rooting for all of them. Michigan Lottery, for fun, for schools.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Dustin Fiocco in our Southfield studio with your Pistons halftime show presented by Belfour. It's 58-57. Our Pistons holding the lead. It's the only game going on right now, but we still do have a full docket of action. So let's run through what we can expect here tonight in the NBA as we take our trip around the association. The Charlotte Hornets playing host to the New York Knicks. Charlotte looking to break out of a 6-game losing slump. That Knicks team, though, they remain 4.5 behind the Pistons and sitting in 5th place of the conference. And this is a matchup that has some big Eastern Conference implication. Miami, they play host to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat have been rolling lately, 5 wins in a row. It's earned them 3rd in the conference. They've gotten victories in 8 of their last 10. As for the Bucks, they have their own 5-game stretch to worry about, only it's the opposite result. They've lost their last 5. No Giannis proves to be a killer for them during this stretch. The Pistons were one of those losses during this skid. But as of this afternoon, the Greek Freak has been listed as questionable heading into tonight's game. We'll keep you updated on if he takes the court at 7:30. Bucks, they have fallen 7.5 back of the Pistons, and the Heat have climbed to just 3.5 behind. Out in the Western Conference, though, it's a big chase to the Thunder. OKC, 17-1 on the year. The Thunder with the next longest win streak behind our Pistons. They look to boost their win streak to double digits with 10 as they enter with 9 consecutive. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves, they have lost their last 2. And speaking of losses, a tale of 2 teams in the Eastern Conference, both entirely different seasons compared to last year. You have the Pacers, who just lost to Detroit on Monday, playing the Raptors in Toronto. Toronto in 2nd place of the Eastern Conference, while Indiana tied for the worst record after Washington's big win yesterday. Both of those 2 teams knotted at 2-15 on the year. But Toronto has really turned it up a notch this season. At 13-5, they have the 2nd longest win streak in the Eastern Conference. That's, of course, again, behind Detroit. Raptors with 8 in a row. And the Pelicans, they're welcoming in the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. At least the Pelicans have one more win than Washington and Indiana, sitting at 3-15. That still has them, though, in the basement of the West. They welcome those Grizzlies in tonight, and a couple other games still to come in the late-night dockets. You got the Portland Trailblazers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Portland, the home team in that affair. Then you got the Houston Rockets playing in Golden State territory. The Sacramento Kings welcoming in the Phoenix Suns. And once more, our Pistons lead by 1. It is 58-57. The halftime show presented by Belfour is going to wrap up as we get you out to Boston for that third quarter. It's right here on the Pistons Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Tony Ortiz, and my house is staying warm this cold season thanks to the only HVAC team that I trust, Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. They've been nothing but professional and honest with me this year when helping me with my HVAC and plumbing needs. Peace of mind is so important when you're dealing with these projects, and that's exactly what Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling gave me. So do what I did and call Birmingham Plumbing, Heating and Cooling today, or schedule an appointment online at birminghamplumbingco.com.
The red, white, and blue trucks are on the way. Birmingham Plumbing will save the day.
Happy holidays from your trusted jewelry source in Southeast Michigan, Waterfall Jewelers. The minute you walk in, you become part of the family. Whether it's a repair, an upgrade, or a new item, Waterfall has been helping people in Southeast Michigan for over 40 years, and they have a huge selection to choose from. So whether it's a lab-grown engagement ring, a wedding band, or fashionable pieces, you can trust the team over at Waterfall Jewelers. They have locations in Waterford and White Lake, or you can visit them online at waterfalljewelers.com.
Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. And we think about basketball a lot. The plays, the swagger, the glory, the game. And how we can elevate our own game with capability that takes us to another level. And ground clearance that propels us even higher. The 3-row 2025 Kia Telluride X-Line all-wheel drive. Kia, official vehicle of the Detroit Pistons. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Detroit Pistons Flex Plans. Your team, your games, your way. Cheer on Cade Cunningham and the Dog Pound in thrilling matchups. Unlock the best seats in the house and enjoy ultimate flexibility, all at an unbeatable value. Don't miss a moment of the action at Little Caesars Arena. Visit pistons.com/flex and secure yours today.
Dustin Fiocco back in our Southfield studio where the Pistons are in that dogfight with the Celtics, but Detroit leading by 1. It is a 58-57 game as we get ready to wrap up the Pistons halftime show presented by Belfour. Let's get you back out to Celtics domain. Mark Champion and Rick Mahorn standing by. And gentlemen, from Ron Holland's big defensive play to Asar's buzzer beater, no shortage of highlights in that first half.
No shortage of highlights, but it's one of these games that's you don't want to make mistakes, and the fact is you lose that second period, Mark, 33-28.
Yeah, you gave up 11 points in the first half off turnovers. They only gave up 3. So to your point of making mistakes, and the Celtics getting points from an unlikely source in Baylor Shireman, who has 13, 5 out of 6, 3 out of 4 long range. So the Pistons have got to find some offense themselves.
Yeah, and also Jaylen Brown is starting to heat up. And the fact is, when you get him going, then now you got to concentrate on him.
Well, here we go. Third quarter underway, and the Celtics will have it going right to left. Pritchard with Thompson.
Backcourt.
And that's an 8-second count, right?
Yeah.
Sar Thompson again. See, that's where the Celtics have got to help Pritchard out.
I mean, it's no back picks are set. I mean, Garza's all the way down in the paint.
I tell you, Sar can play serious defense. So the Pistons get a break and get the ball. They have the lead thanks to Asar's triple.
We just picked the ball up.
Now JD with it against Luka Garza. Only played about 5.5 minutes. Here's Cade with a floater in the lane. It won't go for him. And Jaylen Brown, outlet rebound ahead to White. White against Harris, sends it to Pritchard. Cut off, goes to Walsh, and now back to Brown up top. 12 still to shoot. And we got a foul, I think, on Duncan Robinson, shoving Peyton Pritchard.
They do say they have movie studios up here in Boston, right? I think it's
Movie studios?
Yeah, you know, because that was a great acting job.
I see. Okay. White to get it in. Pistons 58, Boston 57. Richard with a high bounce pass to Garza. Luka reverses back to the right, and JD sticks with him. Off to Jaylen Brown. Brown with a tough fadeaway shot. At the buzzer, no. Cade couldn't get the rebound. Then a loose ball off Pritchard to Harris. To Cade. Dunks it with the right hand.
2 turnovers. Pistons took advantage of that one.
Well, that's what the Pistons have got to get into. That's why they are second best in the league in turning over teams. Pritchard, long bounce pass, left side, Derek White. White gets it to Jaylen Brown. Cade switched off on him. Brown back and right and left. There's a baseline cut by Walsh and a dunk. Duncan Robinson having his troubles out there defensively. 60-59.
That's Walsh's second basket.
10:23 to go in the third period. Pistons trying to go 3-0 in the Emirates Cup. Cunningham with the basketball. Slides it over to Duncan on the right wing. Back to Cade. Cunningham with a screen from Duren. Goes to Robinson. Passed up a three for Harris. And he missed it. Thompson goes way up to get it. And somehow gets a shot up, but he missed it. Got it back again. Sends it to Cade. And he missed it from the right corner. Duren with a rebound. JD with a lob. Thompson lobs it back.
Why?
And Duren had it blocked but a whistle.
Why? I mean, he was wide open.
Jaylen Brown picked up the foul.
It's his second foul. But Asar Thompson's got to be recognized that he's wide open, trying to make that extra pass.
Yeah, he had Garza. So Duncan, Jalen Duren to the free throw line. 9 points, 14 rebounds for JD. Pistons trying to get some distance as he hits, but the Celtics won't let him. 61-59. Boston has put up 23. 3-point attempts, hit 9. The Pistons have put up 21, but have only hit 6. And that's a miss. Brown with a rebound, getting everything. 2-point lead for Detroit. Derek White with a basketball. Flips it to Walsh. Up top to Pritchard. Slides the bounce pass to Garza on the right elbow. Duren on him. Garza trying to get it to Brown. Does so. Brown up in the air. Pass deflected by Thompson, but Pritchard gets it for a three and hits.
There's them 3 balls again.
He's deadly. 62-61. Robinson couldn't get a shot. Now Duren kick to the corner. Thompson, very flat shot. And
foul on Garza.
Garza on his backside on the floor said, what?
Loose ball foul on the Celtics.
The old alarm bar.
His first, team second.
Ooh.
So Boston trying to make it 5 wins in their last 6. The Pistons are trying to win their 14th straight game. Cunningham gets it into Asar. Now Harris with White on it. Left side Duren on the elbow. Finally gets it to Cunningham. Coming to get it.
Got him.
Duncan Robinson can't get one to go. It's been that kind of night for him. White up the right wing. Boston on top. White stop, fires, hits. 3-point shot, 65-61.
Number 25.
And there's a turnover. Cunningham, Walsh with a steal. Cade with a block, but nobody cleaning up for Detroit. White put it in.
Timeout.
So the Boston Celtics suddenly have a 6-point lead. 67-61 on the Pistons Radio Network.
I'm Lions head coach Dan Campbell. When you're injured in an accident, you want respect. How do you get the respect and money you deserve? Call Sam. You need lawyers that get respect. And your lawyer needs to respect you, your case, and your family. That's why you need to call Sam. Get the experience, the resources, and the results that everyone respects. Get the Bernstein advantage. Get respect. Call Sam today.
You might be thinking you'll wait till spring for new windows, but spring is one cold, long winter away. Don't wait. Call Wallside. Lock in today's prices, lock in energy efficiency, and all of our windows are custom made and installed straight from our own factory. Get affordable quality with half off every window and extended financing. Your home will feel as great on the inside as it looks on the outside. Half off every window and extended financing. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Parker Rick back with it. Kia brought you the break at Pistons Crumble Family 4-pack. Starting at just $99. Unlock 4 tickets plus 4 $15 vouchers to use on food, beverage, and merchandise. Get yours today, pistons.com/4-pack. Well, remember, Boston had a 9-0 start to the second quarter, and here they got a 10-3 start to the third quarter.
And the thing is, the Pistons look a little lethargic right now.
Yeah, they do. I would agree with you. But we know that when that defense, the defense is what turns the game around for them.
And right now, they got to get it going.
Not playing on the TD Garden floor, that's for sure.
And you can't think about tomorrow because it is Thanksgiving. Right now, you got a job to do by turning it up defensively.
Yeah, Pistons have lost 7 straight here. So a good timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff. Get the troops focused again. Orlando coming up on Friday at LCA, and then right after the game fly all the way down to Miami. To play a Heat basketball team that I think's a little bit surprising.
That is shocking to me. Between them and Toronto, I didn't expect either one of them to be where they are.
And Heat third best in the East at 12-6. They've had some of their veteran players hurt as well, so never know.
Eric Spoelstra is one of those coaches that finds ways to win.
All right, out of the timeout, Harris will get it in for Detroit. 67-61, the Celtics add the lead. Thompson 1 of 6, Harris 1 of 4.
This has got to get somebody other than Cade going.
Yeah, and Cade's only 6 of 14. Duran on the left elbow, drops the bounce pass inside to Harris. Harris double teamed to Cade, the reset to Tobias against White.
Shot clock.
Got to get it up here, turns, shoots, and hits.
Good. Need him to get it going.
67-63 Boston. Brown pushing ahead to Walsh up the right wing. Now to Pritchard. Last second he had to throw it away. Now he gets open for one. That spins out for 3. No. Robinson with a rebound. Here come the Pistons. Cade drops it. Duncan's going to step into one, and that's way off the mark. He just has not found the range yet in this one. Brown on the attack. Drops it in. Took it right inside the lane, and it's 69-63. Back to 6 for Boston. Cunningham up top. Little pick and roll look, and a whistle. That was turned over, but a whistle. Walsh picks up the foul.
This is third. Thank you.
It'll be a sideline out. 14 on the shot clock. Pistons trail by 6 in Boston. There goes to Cunningham when Walsh locked up on him. Nice screen by Duran. Cade barreling in. Tough shot. Got it to drop and a whistle. And that's another one on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his third. And Cade with 21 on the evening. Just 4 rebounds, only 2 assists for Cade, who averages just under 10. But that's not on him.
Guys got to make shots.
Yeah. It's the free throw, and the Pistons are down by 3 now. 69-66. White up the right sideline for the Celtics. Sends it over to Jaylen Brown. Flips it to Walsh. Back to White up top. 12 to shoot. And he will. And he will hit. That's a 3.
He's not been scoring a lot, but he is capable of scoring. And right now, he's got 10 points.
Pistons have got to tighten up on the 3 ball. Duran having trouble. Throws it away. White ahead to Pritchard. Lob deflected by Cade. Comes down to Walsh, however. And then his pass way up top to Brown. Brown throws it away into the Piston bench. Tried to get it to Pritchard. That's a break for Detroit.
Those Boston's, that's only their 6th turnover.
8 for Detroit, giving up 13 points. Pistons down by 6. Duran again way out on the right wing. Gives it up to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham against Pritchard. Going to pull up top for a shot. And good for 3.
Cool, calm.
Cool hand Cade. 72-69 now. Boston. White drops it off to Pritchard, up top to Brown. All 3 of those guys dangerous from 3. Brown on the attack and lost the handle, but it's going to stay with the Celtics, said Tony Brothers. 11 on the shot clock. Stu's going to come in.
Challenging it.
And they're going to get the coach's challenge here from JB. With 6:03 to go in the third, and the Celtics up by 3. 72-69 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash. Well-qualified GM employees with a current eligible GMC lease use it to get a 24-month ultra-low mileage lease for $199 per month with $33.69 due at signing on a 2026 Sierra Light Duty Elevation Crew Cab 4x4 with a 2.7-liter engine. That's $199 per month with $33.69 due at signing. Must be a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer Buick or GMC vehicle through GM Financial for at least 30 days prior to the new vehicle sale. Tax, title, license, dealer fees extra. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit GMCOfferInfo.com for details.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
When the games begin,
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance. And only one champion will capture the cup. To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back.
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
Mark and Rick back with you, and Kia brought you the break. We're going to find out if JB wins the coach's challenge on the out-of-bounds play. Boston leading 72-69. They average about 15 threes a game. Right now, they've got 12. They started out, couldn't throw one in the ocean from 3, but as always,
after review, the ball last hit the fingers of Brown prior to going out of bounds. Therefore, the challenge is successful by Detroit. It will be Detroit ball underneath the basket with 24 seconds on a 24-second shot clock. Detroit loses their timeout due to the mandatory, but retains their ability to challenge for the rest of the game.
Well, that was obviously turned out to be a good challenge by JB, who last year was successful 65% of the time in challenges.
Right now, Cade is taking over the game a little bit. 3 for 6 from the 3 ball.
Yeah, it's Cade and Jaylen Brown. Cade with 25, Brown with 21. Pistons will be at the free throw line the rest of the way here in the period. We're only at the halfway mark. But you got to get there. All right. The timeouts, by the way, are a little longer. We have national TV here. Saw Mark Jones doing the game.
One of my favorite announcers doing his
you
game.
like Mark?
Yep. Like when he
Very
does
versatile.
football games.
Yeah,
Yep.
very versatile. He can do any sport. All right, now we're set to go. Boston by 3. The Pistons down to 41% shooting in this game. Boston at 43%.
Change basketballs.
And point guards. Sarr's going to bring this one up. Drops it back to Cade Cunningham. Holding it high. Slings it over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson up in the air. Finds Thompson and he scores. He wanted that lob, but Duncan Robinson got him the bounce pass. 72-71. Brown for 3, and it's good.
Oh, come on.
He just stopped and fired. 75-71 Celtics. Just going to be a problem.
There's no resistance, really. I mean, if you're going to play that hound dog defense.
Duncan Robinson dropped off. Tried to get a 3 and couldn't. They move it to Stu. Right baseline spinner. Look out in traffic. Short on the left hand. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. 5:11 to go in the third. Here come the Celtics. White stops, fires, in and out. Ball tapped around, comes down to Cade. That would have been another 3. 75-71. Cade, right side of the floor, bangs into Derek White. Gives to Thompson. Left side. Let's see if they. Yes! Finally, the 3 drops for Duncan Robinson. 75-74 now, Boston. Jaylen Brown with the ball up high. 24-point night for him, working over Duncan Robinson. And Robinson goes down on a move.
Foul.
A foul, a clear out.
Wow.
Take away the bucket. That's 4 on Jaylen Brown. Fans don't like the call.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But Robinson went flying.
It's a good call.
Taylor Shireman coming in. He had a hot first half, and Peyton Pritchard's going to take a seat.
And they're leaving Brown in the game.
So the Pistons looking to get the lead back on this possession. Karis LeVert in the game on the dribble. Is it to Cade Cunningham against Walsh. Lost him over to the left elbow. Into that crowded paint. Shot is blocked. And here come the Celtics for the lead. Derek White with the ball. Walsh lost it going to the rim. And it's going to stay with Boston. 75-74 Celtics. Second meeting of the year between these two. Pistons got them at LCA.
Got to get some separation with this team. Can't let them stay close.
3 ball, man. That'll do it for you. Amari Williams in for Boston. We got Jaden Ivey coming in. We got Josh Minot coming in now for Williams. We got Tommy Heinsohn coming in.
Hey, don't forget Bob Cousy and JoJo White.
We got Bob Cousy. We got Dave Cowens coming in.
Bill Russell, baby.
Minot with the ball. Up top off the leg of Brown, who retrieves it. There he goes toward the basket and missed it. Oh, man. Cunningham with the rebound. 1 point deficit here. Cade with it. Against Derek White. To the basket. Missed everything on that layup. White the other way. White to the basket and missed. Slapped up in the air. Ivy tapped it to himself. Almost kicked it away. LeVert falls down.
You call a foul on that, right? With a kick ball.
Shireman helps him out. Yeah, there were bodies flying all over the place. So Shireman picks up, and that's free throws. Hauser coming in for the Celtics. LeVert kind of landed awkwardly in that play.
And he's shooting them.
Yep. And a big game. Indiana, 19, hit 3 of 6 from 3. He's been averaging about 12 points a game the last 8.
They should have let that play go because Ivy had a straight up layup.
Exactly. Free throw ties the game up, all even at 75.
Well, here's a big thing that we see. The Pistons are shooting more free throws than the Boston Celtics.
Well, that's good.
That's very good. Got to get the separation though, man.
Second one on the way. Karras gives the Pistons the lead back, 76-75. 3:40 and ticking here in the third. Very White with the ball. Hollins come in for the Pistons, and he's on White. Up top, Minot's open and hits. That's a three. Guys, you got to get up on him. You just do. 78-76 Boston. Driving a kick. Holland for three, and New. White with a rebound. The left side he comes. White off a hesitation. And an out-of-bounds move. The old back foot by Shireman. Pistons get it back. Boston now 14 of 30 from three. The Pistons are 8 of 26. Cade's going to walk it up. 25 points, 6 boards, and 2 dimes. Minot on him. Stu coming out the screen. Gets it on the roll. Look out. Knocked loose by Hauser. Off to Ivy. Ivy to the left sideline to LeVert. Going baseline. Wild pass up top to Cade. Gets it away at the buzzer and hits a three.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Cade the man.
79-78, and the Pistons have the lead. 2:37 to go in the third. Hauser off the front. Long rebound. Shireman. Deep pass. Walsh. Nobody near him. Gets a dunk. The Pistons were all out of whack on that one. 80-79 Celtics. 2:18 and ticking. These guys are not going away.
No, they're not.
Cade from up top with the ball. Now works his way to the right elbow. Runs into Walsh and turns it over. Another turnover. Derek White weaving his way to the basket. Smothered by Ivy. Cade coming the other way.
Numbers.
Gives it to Ivy. Ivy gets knocked down by Shireman. No call. And then Cade gets fouled. Ivy looked like he got fouled to me.
Hey, this is non-stop.
I want to see this. So free throws coming with 1:54 to go in the third. Down 1. Cunningham 6 out of 7 at the line tonight.
And Boston keeping it close with having Jaylen Brown on the bench.
80-80 as he hits the first. Brown sits with 24, 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. And the lead back to Detroit. Back and forth we go. It's 81-80. Detroit with the lead. Derek White with the ball. 10-point game for him so far. Started by Ron Holland. White on the attack, right wing. Brings it back behind the screen to the top. Off to Walsh. Walsh driving, baseline. Wraparound pass turned over. Holland in traffic. Wisely stops on the left wing. Gives it to Cunningham. Skips it over. LeVert pump fakes Derek White. Then skips it back to Holland. One touch to Cade. And he missed it. Rebound. White tapped it down to Walsh. And here come the Celtics. Down by 1. White to Hauser. Back to White. 3. Good.
I did.
Their three-point shooting starting to be a real problem. They're a +6. That's 18 points. Final minute. Pistons have got to figure it out. Cunningham with the ball up top. 8 to shoot already. He's way out of the perimeter. Down to 6 and 5. Got to get something up here. Down to 2. Cade baseline to Holland. He missed. I didn't care for that possession.
Me either.
White ahead to Hauser. Right corner it goes. And Shireman had it knocked loose. And give it back to Derek White. Boston on the lead by 2. White launches. No good for 3. Shireman with a foul. Pushing the back. It's 4 on him. Fans are booing, but that's the right call.
That is the right call.
Shireman's kind of a physical player.
I know the fans don't agree with it here. Of course, it's against Boston.
I mean, that's clear a foul.
Yeah. You can always challenge it. Right.
So free throws coming. With 21.6 seconds now. Pistons have a foul to give, so they can time that out the way they want it. Free throw is a make by J.I., 83-82.
25 attempts.
Thompson in the game. Cade will get the breather, sitting with 30 points, his 6th of the year. Walsh will go out. Anthony Simons has come in. And Jaden Ivey tried to add to his total. 3 points, 3 rebounds. And hits it. All even. 83-83. Heck of a game. Final possession here. Celtics with the ball. Anthony Simons with it. Lefty dribble. He's got Ron Holland staring him down. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Derek White's got it. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. White working his way up for a shot. And he got a bailout whistle.
Oh, 3.
Oh, that's terrible time to get a foul.
Yes, it is.
Karis LeVert, that's one of those where if he makes it, he makes it. You can't foul him.
Well, they kind of went under him a little bit.
So White at the line, 2 for 2 on the night. He's got 7 boards, 3 steals, a block, and 3 assists to go with 13 points. He fills up a stat sheet. And he can give the Celtics the lead back, and does so.
And Derek White only had 2 points in that first half and got 12 and 6 rebounds.
So 84-83 Boston. Once again, 2-point lead for the Celtics. Walsh and Williams coming in. Only 3/10 of a second. That is, you can catch and shoot that.
Need one of those Asar Thompson shots again.
Exactly. All right, third free throw coming for Derek White. Try to extend the Boston lead to 3. And he got it, 86-83. Let's see what Cade does. Winds up and throws. And it is intercepted by White. So at the end of 3, the Boston Celtics get a untimely foul on Karis LeVert, cash in the free throws, and lead it 86-83 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Basketball is back, and Piston fans can jump right into the action with BetMGM, an official partner of the Detroit Pistons. Sign up for the sport book that makes every bucket legendary. This season, download the BetMGM app and make every play and get instant access to hundreds of basketball betting options, including player props, parlays, live betting, and the best daily promotions in the business. Download the app today and discover why BetMGM is your home all basketball season. BetMGM.com for T's and C's. 21 and over, Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
You might be thinking you'll wait till spring for new windows, but spring is one cold, long winter away. Don't wait. Call Wallside. Lock in today's prices, lock in energy efficiency, and all of our windows are custom made and installed straight from our own factory. Get affordable quality with half off every window and extended financing. Your home will feel as great on the inside as it looks on the outside. Half off every window and extended financing. Call 1-800-521-7800.
Detroit Piston fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Detroit Pistons and the NBA. From seeing your favorite Detroit Piston stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood, nothing compares to catching the game in person. Even if you're headed to the arena last minute, you can still score tickets at Ticketmaster. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Detroit Pistons. See you courtside, Detroit.
Whether they're doughboys, comets, or even gremlins, every public school in Michigan is proud to be known for something. And at the Michigan Lottery, we're proud to be known for something too: education. I'm Lottery Commissioner Susanna Shkreli, and 100% of our profits go to support the State School Aid Fund. Last year, the lottery contributed over $1 billion. So whatever hometown school you're from, we're rooting for all of them. Michigan Lottery, for fun, for schools.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Pistons Basketball Network. News Radio 950 WWJ and WXYT HD2 Detroit. An Odyssey station.
Our champion, Rick Mahorn, Kia brought you the break. Boston with a 3-point lead, heading to the fourth. Detroit 3-2 this year when they trail after 3. Pistons only shot 35% in the quarter. Cade had 13 in that period, but Derek White had 14, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 triples in that third quarter. They shot 50% overall and 6 of 10 from three-point range.
And the thing is, Cade don't really want to be that scorer. He's trying to get everybody else going.
Well, I think the time has come that he might have to.
I mean, he's only still has 2 assists, Mark.
Cade in his career against Boston averages 21, 7.5 assists. All right, here we go. Piston ball. It's Holland and Ivy. Javonte Green has come to the game with Stu and Cade Cunningham. Simons on the guard of Ivy. Third game back for J.I. Drops it into Green with Hauser on him. Slide it over to Cunningham. Now on the attack, Ivy to a cutting Javonte Green. Had it stripped. Somehow he gets it back, and then Simons knocks it away in 3.6 seconds.
Green is frustrated right now. There hasn't been that scoring option coming off the bench. No points.
Boston forcing 10 turnovers. Cunningham looking to get it in. Oh, there's a lob to Stu. Comes down, puts it up. No, tipped it in.
That's what I love about Beef Stu.
Right back up.
Keep going.
86-85. Boston just underway in the fourth. It's cup game, an important game. Simons on the point up top.
He's been quiet, eerily quiet.
Off left side, Hauser with a rainbow three, good. They're just not getting up on the three-point shooting.
They shoot threes.
89-85. Cunningham with the basketball. Ivy's going to shoot a three, and it won't go. Rebound Gonzalez. This is a critical possession here, I think. Simons with it. Up top against Javonte Green. Might not coming over to screen. Simons probing out on the right sideline with Stu on him. Goes baseline runner. That comes up, no. Stu, quick outlet. Javonte Green up the left wing for Detroit. Off to Cunningham. Cunningham bumping into Shireman, turned it over. Comes Gonzalez, drops it back, and a step in by Simons, good for Cade. 92-85, Boston by 7.
Cade.
And another
Cade
turnover.
No, it was a foul.
No, a foul, I'm sorry.
Gonzalez with the foul.
So Cunningham will inbound it from the sideline. Just as you got to find this kind of looks a little bit like an Indiana game. Cunningham up top against Shireman. Long bounce pass Ivy. Ivy got tangled up, gets a shot up and in and got fouled.
Looking for a foul.
92-87, that's a big bucket there.
Yes, it is.
Ricky Gonzalez picks that one up. Duncan Robinson comes in. Robinson with 3 triples and 7 tries. Holland out. And Ivy trying to convert the and one. 6 points and 3 rebounds for J.I.
I like the finger roll that he did.
Later out 14 minutes. He's got a 15-minutes restriction as he hits the free throw. So 92-88 Boston. It's inside the 10-minute mark. Simons with the ball. That's Stu. See what he does with him. Simons bobbing and weaving. Now shoots. Missed the three. Rebound. Chased down by Ivy. Up the left side he comes in a hurry. J.I. forcing a whistle? No. Stu couldn't get the rebound. Ivy almost steals from behind from Gonzalez. Gets it back, gives it up. Here's Shireman. No. Rebound, Minot. And Gonzalez gets fouled.
They're beating him to the ball. Got to huddle him up. And Cade is doing that right now.
Yeah, that's a good move. Pistons have actually out-rebounded Boston, but Hugo Gonzalez to the line. He was the 28th pick of the draft this year. He actually started that game against the Pistons at LCA.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. Didn't play a lot. He didn't score. He missed the free throw here.
And hopefully he don't score here.
Pritchard comes in for Anthony Simons. 92-88 Boston. We got 9:23 to go. Second meeting of the year between these two. Boston won 33 on the road last season. And at home, of course, they had a great season. Really unfair to compare the two. 93-88. Here's Cade Cunningham. Picked off by Stu. And Cade goes to the rim and lays it in. Gonzalez got buried by Isaiah Stewart. Here comes Pritchard, chased by Thompson. Across the timeline. Slides it over to Gonzalez. Now to Minot. Minot off a hesitation. And a carry, said Tony Brothers.
Yes, he did.
You don't see that one very often.
I mean, if they call that one, there's a lot of them. Oh, he carried the ball.
Comes Cunningham across the line in a hurry.
Don't play makeup.
Flick out, almost had it stripped. Throws a pass back out top to Green. Vontae trying to barrel in, couldn't. Off to Thompson. Thompson short on a shot, tried to force one. What's happening there is Boston's putting two or three players, I mean literally right underneath the rim. Here's Minot with a spinner, blocked by Stu. 93-90 Boston. Cunningham again. And finds a way to drop it off for a dunk by Stewart and a timeout by Joe Mazzulla, who is living with Josh Minot. 93-92 Celtics. 8:20 to go on the Pistons Radio Network.
Did you know StockX started in Detroit? From a small team in 2016 to a global marketplace today. We've stayed true to our roots, built on transparency, driven by culture. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to buy and sell the latest sneakers, streetwear, apparel, and more. From the greatest grails to the hottest drops, every release you're looking for is here, even after it sells out. Built in Detroit. Trusted worldwide. Download the app or sign up online. StockX. Now you know.
I'm so tired of boring game day food.
Little Caesars Deal Deal here. Get Stuffed Crunch Crust. It's a cheesy, crunchy crust that's only $9.49, making it the lowest price in stuffed crust.
Oh dear, so cute.
Cute? I have a PhD, which stands for Pretty Huge Deals. Get a large Stuffed Crunch Crust for $9.49. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. Lowest price compared to other national pizza chains. Available participating locations for a limited time. Prices may vary.
Diversified Members Credit Union has been proudly serving Metro Detroit for nearly 100 years. DMCU brings the hustle, shares the wealth, and goes hard in the paint for its members. Whether you're budgeting for everyday life or saving up for your next big play, DMCU is here to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Because when Detroit wins, we all win. Visit DMCU.com to join the team today. That's DMCU.com. Member NCUA.
Mark and Rick, Kia brought you the break. Pays to be a student. Piston Student Pass starts at $20. Includes a $10 voucher for food, beverage, and merchandise. All you need, your college or university email. Head to pistons.com/studentpass to get yours. Look at our team leaders, brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Michigan's first family of law. 1-800-CALL-SAM. The first guy we got to mention, Rick, is Cade with 32. That puts him exactly on 5,000 points.
Oh, wow, that's great. Now let's just win the game. Thing that I really, this has got to get something going. Only got 38 points in the paint. Boston only got 16.
Well, it's been one of those games. 15 lead changes and 9 ties. Boston has a plus 24 points in three-point makes, 17 compared to 9. The Pistons have a plus 7 in free throw makes. Both teams have 31 field goals made. Well, we'll see who is going to be there at the end. We got a lot of hoops to go here. 8:20,
and Jaylen Brown was sitting at most of that into the third period. Now he's back in the game.
Cade Cunningham with a 630-plus game. The Pistons are 5-0 in the previous 5. Thompson and LeVert, Duncan Robinson, Stu, and Tobias Harris are the 5 on the floor. Gonzalez still out there. Walsh, Shireman, Pritchard, and Brown. Peyton Pritchard against Desar Thompson. That's been a battle all night long. Pritchard working the bounce up top to Brown. Harris staring him down. Now switch off to Robinson.
That's who he wanted on him.
Yep, Brown on the move. And had it stripped. Good job, Duncan Robinson. Pistons looking for the lead. Thompson posts up Harris against the smaller Pritchard. He's going to hit him with a fadeaway shot. And good! And it's a lead for Detroit.
Hit him with that Jimmy.
94-93 Pistons, 7:40 to go. Jaylen Brown on the topside dribble for the Celtics. Switches off again. And the shot falls off. He gets his own miss. Gonzalez, no good for 3. Stu finally gets the rebound.
Here we go.
Pistons 94, Boston 93. Celtics have gotten up 38 three-point attempts. Karis LeVert, right side of the floor, up top. Duncan couldn't get it. LeVert fires. Good for 3.
Yep. Joe Mazzulla should have put in Brown probably the end of that third period.
97-93. Here goes Pritchard on the move.
No ball movement right now by Boston.
Jaylen Brown switches off again to Duncan Robinson. This time way up top. Attacks, steps back, and hits. How do you prevent that, Rick?
Well, the thing is, he's got to see bodies, but he's not passing the ball. So,
well, what I'm saying is, how do you prevent that switch?
Well, the switch is you got to keep fighting through it.
Yeah.
Well, keep them on one side.
2-point lead, Detroit. LeVert with the basketball. Has it out on the right wing, looking for movement. Nobody is. Now to Harris. Harris against Gonzalez. Gives it up top. LeVert with a pump fake. Fires at the buzzer, misses. Can Stu save it? He saves it. Yes, to Thompson. Now Karras against Walsh. And he stepped out of bounds.
That's a big turnover.
Yep. Tried to force his way in. Stu's going to sit, and Jalen Duren's going to come in. 6:08 left in the game. Pistons 97, Boston 95.
Derek White's back in.
So you got Walsh and White, Pritchard, Shireman, and Jaylen Brown. White guarded by Karis LeVert. Now a switch to Harris, right side Brown. Brown on the move, underneath the basket, dunked it. I don't know how you stop him. Game tied at 97.
Well, you know you're going to go to Brown down the stretch.
Yep.
Him and Derek White.
He's got 28 on 25 shots. LeVert posts up Harris against Shireman. Bias, couple of jab steps. Shireman sticking with him. Harris, a ball comes flying loose.
Shot clock, get it up. Hurry
LeVert's
up.
got a fire. He does. Misses. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Pritchard went down, slipped on the floor. Celtics trying to get the lead back. And Brown for three, missed it. Duran with a rebound, ahead to Harris. We're tied at 97. 5:08 to go. Harris to LeVert. Got to get somebody hot for Detroit. A cut by Duncan Robinson across the lane, and he flips it in. 99-97 Pistons. There's a big bucket there by Duncan. He's got 11, and he's a plus 11 out there on the floor. So Derek White with the basketball. He's knocked down 3 triples. Making a move on LeVert. Now picks up the dribble. Gives it up top to Shireman. Back to White. White pulls up and fires. And hits again.
Is that another 3? Yes, it is.
199. Derek White with his 4-3 ball. He and Pritchard.
Timeout.
Well, they have just not defended the 3 ball very well tonight. I mean, so 4:23 to go. Boston 100 and the Pistons 99 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other when choosing a truck. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything. That's GMC Sierra. Deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents a mile over 20,000 miles. At participating dealers only. Residency restrictions apply. Visit gmcofferinfo.com for details.
Maloof Jewelry and Gifts is celebrating 50 years in St. Clair Shores. You, the customers, have made them the best years. Maloof Jewelry and Gifts, where gifting is made simple. We have the diamonds and gemstones and beautiful jewelry for everyone. 14-karat gold chains and bracelets sold by weight. Not to mention a vast display of name brand watches. Everything at spectacular prices. On Harper at 11.5 Mile Road in St. Clair Shores. Join Maloof Jewelry and Gifts for another 50 years.
Mark and Rick, Kia brought you the break. The Pistons have released their 2025-26 City Edition uniforms, inspired by the 21-22 City Edition jerseys. It's got the lightning bolts, the Detroit Pistons basketball club logo, and a very bold Detroit across the chest. So shop the collection, Pistons313shop.com. Dribble, swipe, and score with DMCU's Give Back Checking. Use your debit card 15 times in a month. DMCU will give you $10. Member NCUA. Restrictions apply. See DMCU.com for more details. We got one that might be coming down to the last shot. You never know. Right now, Boston, with their 18th triple and 40 tries, have the lead 100-99. Man, what a game.
This is a throwback game, Mark.
For Detroit, Cade's got 4 triples. Duncan Robinson with 3. For Boston, Pritchard and White each have 4. Shireman has 3. He's been the X factor, Shireman, in the first half of 13. So you got Harris, Duncan Robinson, Harris, LeVert out there, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duran. And making plenty of noise here at the TD Garden. Cunningham with a 32-point night, looking to get it in. Finds LeVert. Here's to JD up top against Walsh. Handoff Duncan Robinson. Weaving to Cade. Cade against Pritchard. All the way to the basket and scored. Might have gotten fouled. 101-100. Pistons lead by 1.
Right now, Boston is very short.
Pistons are getting them in the paint. Boston getting the threes inside of 4 minutes. Here's White again from up top. Sends it off to Brown. Quick step to the right and scores. Gets to the basket. 102-101 Boston. 47 between Brown and White. Cunningham to Duran. Duran with a double clutcher. Won't go. Good defense.
I thought he got hit on the arm.
Celtics with a lead by 1. Brown, left wing, White. 3 more.
I'm not even going to say damn.
to 101 Boston. They're just killing the Pistons with triples. That's what they do. LeVert, nice pass, and a strip from Duran, but out of bounds. So it'll be Piston ball. That would have been a clean strip.
Yes, it would have.
3:09 left, 105-101 Boston.
Boston got all the guards in there, basically.
Duncan Robinson to get it in from the right baseline. Finds Harris in the corner, out to Cade on the right wing.
He's switching everything.
Now Duncan Robinson for three, and it's no good. Rebound to Walsh. Here come the Celtics with a 4-point lead. Up the left side is Jaylen Brown, barreling to the basket and missing. Got his own miss. Sends it out, intercepted by Cunningham. Shireman is back defensively. Cade wisely brings it back. Left sideline, LeVert missing for three. Pistons can't make a three. And what do we get?
Foul.
Foul on
right
Boston.
Here. Yep. Shireman.
Fifth foul on him. 2:37 to go. 105-101 Boston. Duncan Robinson out. Asar Thompson coming in. And Cade Cunningham trying to keep this winning streak alive. Gets it into Karis LeVert. Extended out by Pritchard and now drops back. Cunningham with a fadeaway. Good on the left side. When they get that ball in the hands of Cade, 105-103 Boston. 2:20 and ticking. 36 for Cade Cunningham. Jaylen Brown with the ball again. Guarded by Duran on a switch. Brown will shoot it. Miss it. Rebound. Harris. And the Pistons down just two. 105-103. 2 minutes to go. Deep pass. Duran brought the ball down.
Brought it down again.
Got it back somehow. And
they say he was shooting.
They call a foul.
Yep. Derek White.
Well, JD kept bringing that ball down.
Can't bring it down to the little guys.
And if he makes the free throws here, we're all tied up with 1:55 to go. Wow, 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 what a game. Pistons have 2 timeouts. Boston's got 2.
Both teams have their challenge.
Shut up. Free throws a make. 105-104.
Shut up.
Celtics by 1.
What a game, man. This got you out your seat.
This is classic Celtics Pistons. JD now with 11 points, 16 rebounds, so his 10th double-double. Second free throw, good! And we're all tied up at 105. Down the stretch we come, 1:50 to go. Derek White with the basketball. Deep pass on the left side to Jaylen Brown. Switched off on Duran, 10 to shoot. Brown on the move. Duran trying to stay squared up. Brown gets inside, scores and got fouled. He's just been unstoppable. I mean, that's all there is to it.
And you got a center checking a guy that can get the ball to the basket. Kind of a mismatch right there. Not quick enough.
32 and 10 rebounds with 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. 12 of 30 shooting for Jaylen Brown. And a chance to give the Celtics a 3-point lead. With only 1:37 to go.
Don't be yelling that MVP stuff. They ain't did nothing.
Hits the free throw. 108-105 Celtics. Cunningham pass ahead to LeVert on the left side. Back to Cade. Cade on the attack. Gathers. Throws it up. In and out. Thompson reaches up for the rebound. Brought the ball down. Kicks it out to Harris. Flat on a 3. Cade with a rebound. He got pushed. And he'll be shooting free throws. Pritchard picked up the foul.
Both teams can ill afford the foul, but thank you very much.
Pistons only shooting 40% on the night, 29 from 3. So shots have not been falling, but that's Boston's defense. That's what they do.
and always challenge it. I know the fans disagree with it, but who cares about Boston fans?
I don't.
I don't either. Shut up.
So Cade to the line. Important free throws with 1:17 to go, and he hits the first.
That's how you keep them quiet.
108 to 106, Boston. Stu in for Duran.
Gives you another guy. Stu can play the perimeter guys.
This to bring Detroit within one. And he got it. 108 to 107. Boston. Cunningham down 9 of 10 shooting free throws.
88 points.
Eric White with the basketball. He and Brown have been something. White bobbing and weaving up top on the attack. Top side three. Got it. I mean,
I'm done.
What are you doing?
You can't do nothing.
You can't do a thing. They're hitting them. 111 to 107. Cunningham to the rim. Missed it. Somehow got it back. Right corner Harris. Good for a three ball. 111 to 110. 50 seconds to go. Celtics with 20 triple makes. And White's got it again. Pistons need a stop. Jaylen Brown with the ball up top. Brown on the move. Steps back over Harris. Miss. Rebound Thompson. 30 seconds remaining. 111-110 Boston. Here's Cade. Shireman bumps into him. Cade short. Into the pocket of Thompson, however.
Did they reset the shot clock?
Yeah, they did.
Reset the shot clock.
No, a timeout. I guess they did, yeah.
Oh.
So a timeout. 9 on the shot clock and 17.9 to go in the game. 111-110 Boston. Watch the Motor City Cruise, the official G League affiliate of the Pistons. Home games at Wayne State Fieldhouse. Go to cruisebasketball.com/tickets today to get yours. We're going to call this upcoming possession, Rick,
the critical
call. Brought to you by Corwell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle, and that's what the Pistons are looking to do right here.
Man,
I'll tell you what.
Do I want this game to end? Yes. Yeah. But it's a good game, man.
At the end in favor of the guys in the white uniforms. 111-110 Boston. They've hit 20 triples. 6 by White, who has 25 points. Brown with 33. Cade's got 38.
And White only had 2 points in that first period.
Well, let's see what JB's got dialed up here. 17.9. That's kind of a long time to do something with it. But all you need is a 2 to take the lead.
Yeah, 17. Okay.
All right.
Carry us home, Mark. Carry us home.
His sideline out. 17.9 to go. Now play being held up here.
I wondered about the shot clock, Mark. That's what I'm looking at.
Tony Brothers coming over, the crew chief.
Because it wasn't like, there it is. I knew it was 9 seconds on that.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they reset it there, yeah.
Because then the Pistons would have the last shot.
So now that changes things. Karis LeVert will get it in from the left sideline. Gets it to Cunningham. Cade on the move. Look out. Knocked away by White. And it's a turnover. And now you got to foul him. Cunningham turned right into Derek White.
They called a time. I think Boston, they called a timeout.
Oh, my. Well, now you got to foul him. 111 to 110 Boston. What a time for a turnover. They've gotten 18 points off Piston mistakes. Anthony Simons now checking in.
That guard's in here right now.
Shireman's going to inbound. having some issues. And Thompson almost knocked it loose. Derek White is finally fouled with 9.9 seconds to go. 111-110 Boston. So even if he makes both, the Pistons still have a chance to tie it.
Unless Boston foul him before they can get a three-point attempt, but he's got to make them.
Pistons do have a timeout. Neither team has a foul to give. So White to the line where he's perfect tonight, 5 for 5. And what a game he has played. First one on the way, and it's good. 112 to 110.
The defensive guys come in.
Yep. Got Walsh back in there for Boston.
Big thing here is if you miss, you got to get the rebound.
Well, that's for sure. 112-110 Celtics, 9.9 left. Second free throw coming for Derek White. Try to add his total of 26. And he got it.
Timeout.
So now the Pistons need a three. 113 to 110 Boston. 3-point shooting tonight's been a little problematic, 11 of 36.
Mark, you know, it's interesting. In the last 4 minutes and 23 seconds of this fourth quarter, White has 11 points. Brown has 5 points. And I just tell you right now, you got to keep these guys from getting their game going.
Well, three-pointers tonight have really hurt the Pistons. 20 of them by Boston, 43 attempts, so they're right at their average. And we'll see what Joe Mazzulla wants them to do here. Like you mentioned, do you foul them?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I put myself in that coaching thing. Do you foul them? Because they're going, you know, the Pistons are going to bring the ball up in the front court, but yet still got that back court to use. I don't know if they're going to do anything crazy like Washington did and leave a three-point shooter open.
We can only hope.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
113 to 110 Boston. 9.9 seconds remaining. Pistons with the possession, so the three-point shooters, you get Duncan Robinson in there. You got Cunningham Harris. Duran in there with LeVert.
Well, you don't have any more timeouts, so you got to get the ball in.
And they'll work it from the left sideline area. Brown's going to guard the ball. Duncan Robinson's looking to get it in. Of course, he's the dangerous man, that guy getting the ball in. And he's the good three-point shooter. Let's see what they do. Robinson slips it into Cunningham, and there's the foul.
On the floor.
Yep. He tried to shoot it.
Yep. You can't.
But Tony Brothers wouldn't allow it.
That's bye-bye on Shire.
Shireman fouls out, but
he did it. I mean, hey.
So now, what you're looking at?
You know, I'm looking at, okay, dude.
You could make the first, miss the second.
You have to miss the second because you don't have a timeout.
Right. So it's 113 to 110 Boston. 9.1 seconds remaining.
And Boston
Cade is 10 of 11 at the free throw line.
And Boston has 2 timeouts, so you know Cade makes both of them, which he will.
Gets the first, 113-111. Now more switching. Stu's in. Duran is out.
You got to miss it. That's the thing. If that's what they're looking to do.
The only thing about that is that Duran is out.
He's out.
They're trying to squeeze Stewart on the lane. So it looks like Cade's going to try to make this. And he does. So 113 to 112. And a timeout. So now the Pistons have got to, again, play the foul game. You still got time.
You got a lot of time.
Now, you know what we need? We need one of those turnovers on the inbound.
Well, if you foul, but then you got to take the ball the full length of the court. And if Boston makes those free throws, Then you got I don't know. I'm done.
Hey, you were on a roll.
Man, this I mean, the thing that, and I know the fans out there listening, thing is, Pistons need another possession. They will get it, but they have to go 94 feet to get it. You know, they can probably throw a three-pointer from three-quarter court, but still.
Well, the Celtics have got their three-point shooters all over the place. All 5 players out there on the floor are three-point shooters.
And if I was the Celtics, I wouldn't put my players in there first. I'd make sure the Pistons players got in there first, because I don't want you to know who I'm putting in the game.
113 to 112 Boston, 9.1 seconds remaining. Pistons have no timeouts remaining.
So you got to call a play.
So it's Harris, LeVert, Cunningham, Thompson, and Stewart. White will get it in from the left sideline. Stu's guarding the ball. And here we go. White holding it high. Going to have to burn a timeout. JB said, how about a 5 count? So Joe Mazzulla has to use his final timeout.
I'm surprised he put guys in the front court.
Yeah, he did not have anybody back there.
No, it was like, okay, do something creative.
Okay, can the Pistons find a way to keep this winning streak going? Currently a franchise tying 13 in a row. Can they get to 14? These next 9.1 seconds will tell us.
Boston already out on the court with their players.
So Pritchard, Simons, Hauser, Brown, and White all have long-range missiles in their artillery.
You know, Mark, if I was Boston, I would have took the ball the first time down at the baseline and spread the court. Because you can spread the court, you can still run the baseline. He made the free throw.
Same 5 out there for Detroit as well. Derek White will inbound it. Stu again will guard the ball. Pistons looking for a steal. Trailing by 1 with 9.1 seconds. Here we go. White floats it high in the air, knocked away. Recovered though by Anthony Simons. And they quickly foul him with 6.3 to go.
Almost had it.
Man, was that close.
Almost had it.
Sure did.
Well, still a lot of time, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no timeouts, though, Rick. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you still, I mean, 6 seconds is nothing.
Simons will be at the free throw line for the first time tonight. 113-112 Boston.
He's gonna choke it. 1 for 7 the whole night.
He choked it right in the basket. 114 to 112.
Well, you need a 3. But you know the Celtics will probably foul if they make the free throw.
Yeah, Walsh and Minot check in for Boston.
Kay just went over to Tony Brothers, probably whispered in his ear, you know we're gonna run a play.
6.3 seconds, 114-112 Boston. And Anthony Simons will try to extend it.
Brick it.
And he did. 115 to 112. Here we go. Final 6.3 with no timeouts and 94 feet.
Watch LeVert.
And it goes to Cunningham, and there's the foul.
No
shot. They weren't going to allow the shot.
It's on the floor.
So 3.8. So now Cade definitely has to hit the first, miss the second. Although Tony Brothers is chatting with Jenna Schroeder.
No. They'll look at it.
I think he wants to make sure they get it right
call.
Because they have that inside 2 minutes
review.
Posting by the league, and they're going to call this a shooting foul. Tony Brothers gathered. He's the crew chief. And Jenna Schroeder said it wasn't, but Tony Brothers immediately came over.
And I think Cade talking to him saying that's what I'm going to do.
Right now the score is 115 to 112 Boston. So they're going to have to correct the clock. And then Cade will have 3 free throws unless this is overturned. I don't know.
They don't look at it.
Tony Brothers looking at it.
That's the right thing to do.
I mean, this is more of an interpretation more than anything, it seems like. These gathers at the last second. We're getting a look at it right now. I tell you, I don't know how they overturned that.
Yeah. I was just about to say, I don't see how they're going to do it, because
that's why the call on the floor is so crucial. And the call on the floor was that it was not a 3-point shot, but it is. Tony Brothers says 3-point shot for Cade Cunningham. So 3 free throws with 4.4 seconds to go. And the Celtics leading 115 to 112. Cade Cunningham has a chance to potentially send this game to overtime. Pistons have 1 overtime, and that was a victory. Boston is yet to play an overtime. Cade hits the first.
So cool, so calm, and so collected.
115 to 113. 41 for Cade, his career best 46 against Washington. Hits the second one. 115 to 114 Boston. Stu and Thompson both in. Pritchard back for Boston. And LeVert is out. Duren back in.
Offense for defense.
And no. And Boston with a rebound. Wow. With 2.4 seconds to go. It bounced off the rim. Wow, wow, wow. 115 to 114. I tell you, that was almost tipped in by JD. He got his hand up there, but it wouldn't go down. And now it's going to be one of those 3-quarter court shots by Detroit.
Steph Curry did it before.
Yeah, there's a make. 116-114 Boston. Pritchard hitting. Duncan Robinson back in again. Pistons putting in the shooters. Although Duren's there because
rebounding,
yeah. And Amari Williams has come in for Boston for the same reason. Here's Pritchard. And it's 117 to 114.
Well, you don't want him. You just keep him in front of you and don't foul him.
LeVert, midcourt Duren, and throws it away. Tried to get it for Duncan Robinson.
Got to turn around and shoot it.
Yep. So the Pistons winning streak is over at 13 in a row.
What a game.
The Boston Celtics beat the Pistons in a dandy here tonight, 117 to 114 on the Pistons Radio Network.
Pistons fans set the standard for fashion in the NBA, and we're not stopping now. Go to Pistons313shop.com, the official online store of the Detroit Pistons. Explore hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and jerseys of all your favorite players. Plus, discover exclusive gear at the team store inside Little Caesars Arena. Pistons313shop.com. Detroit style. Game time. Anytime.
You don't have to play for the Pistons to be treated by the same doctors who keep the team at their best.
I can't dunk in size 18 sneakers, but I can play 18 holes.
I don't box out defenders in mesh shorts, but my hip is back in the game.
I'm not a Piston, but I'm running on all cylinders.